Hello?
You've caught us again!
It's a surprise every time.
We're just here playing a game, and then suddenly the camera turned on, and it scares me every time. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Happy Jack's RPG Network. This is Road to Nowhere, our Electric State actual play. I am Kadave. I use he, him pronouns because I forgot to say that last week. Sorry. Yeah. This is going to be the beginning of a road trip that's going to be weird. I'm so excited.
It's weird.
Oh, hype.
I have spent the last week preparing things that might appear along the road, and there are so many. I literally told all the players, I might need an editor, because I'm sitting around prepping and just coming up with far too many things. So if we actually stop at all of these things that I have prepared, the first 100 miles of a 1,000-mile road trip is going to take us 6 months.
That's awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
This is why you go on road
It's
trips.
a lot. But anyhow, this game is leaning into being rated R. Things are going to happen and things are going to be a little disturbing. So just prepare yourself. We have done safety tools here as a group, and we have our handy dandy X card button here in the studio so we can all summon assistance and move on if we have any troubles that come up in play. But like I said last time, the first and most important safety tool is being an adult and communicating with the people that you're playing a game with. Just talk it out. Just figure it out and move on. It's great. We're all here to have a good time. If you're at a table with people that purposely want to make you hurt, find a new table.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say that.
Or kick
Even-
them out of your table.
Or make them go. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
If
Keep
it's
the
your
good ones.
house, it's your rules.
Exactly.
Or
For sure.
your van and you have the keys.
That's right.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. I
We're in
thought
trouble.
that
We're in
example.
trouble.
Oh, no,
We're gonna
Oh,
die.
With that, let's go around the table and meet everybody and their characters because they all have names
We
now.
have names now. Hi, I'm Kimi. She, her, and I am playing Cassandra Nyx, also she, her. She is the Devotee, which is someone who has a belief about the world that they are trying to convince other people is correct. It might be a cult leader, maybe, possibly, allegedly.
Allegedly.
And my favorite song, or Cassie's favorite song, is Ironic by Alanis Morissette. Because Cassie believes that we are actually in the neuroscape. That, like, we think we're in the real world, but it's just because you don't believe the truth. And this is the neuroscape, and we have all been in it the whole time. So it's ironic that people think that it's the real world when it's really
Not
not.
what ironic means. I'm getting into character.
What's it the song's about?
Oh my god.
So, yes.
Oh.
That's my character.
Hi everyone, I'm Kai. I use he, they, and she pronouns, and I will be playing Kilo, who uses he, they, and it pronouns. Kilo is a drone pilot who maybe has another name that isn't Kilo. And we may have done an espionage. The allegation
Allegedly.
may or may not be true that we have done an espionage, and that is why maybe we need to flee Los Angeles.
Espionage or terrorism?
Yes. In
It's all one
Pacifica,
thing
it's all
from a
one
certain
thing these
point of view.
days. And I may be roped in the most useful at the time, but maybe having some regrets about my accomplice. And so I made another accomplice. Speaking of,
Hello, I am Cody. I use they them pronouns, and I am playing Ronnie Rhodes, who also uses they them pronouns. They are the doctor. I'm increasingly worried that I'm going to be playing the voice of reason in this campaign, and that terrifies me. Let's see. Oh, their favorite song is Welcome to Paradise by Green Day.
I forgot mine.
Yeah, go you too.
Mine's Losing My Religion by REM. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't know. I am a medic, and I need to get out of town real fast. And also, so did they. So it's fine. So it's great. They also couldn't pay me for the patch-up job I did on Cassie, and this is the payment. But I feel like I'm paying. So That's fine.
All right. So the first thing I'd like to do tonight.
Oh, and very importantly, I own the van.
It's true.
Yes, that's very
So
important.
we have a van that we're driving in. It's a 90s era Dodge like camper van thing.
Okay.
If you lived through the time, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Fully
And-
carpeted
Yeah,
interior.
carpeted.
Yeah.
Like the high top thing. You have to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
careful. You can almost stand up in it if you want to.
I can.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay.
That's a very specific joke. Easy to run into boats with one. There'll be
Yeah.
fives of people that might listen to this.
Yeah.
And will laugh that I just said that.
Yes. Yes, and I own it and I have the keys.
Does it have a name? Does your van have a name?
I'm sure it does, but I feel like we have to figure it out together.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
I'll allow
So
it.
yes, the answer is yes, and our characters know it, and I think we have
Yes.
to figure it out. Okay.
Does it have anything besides like the massive amount of line art painted on the outside?
Oh God! Like we started.
Yeah, 100%. 100. I don't think so. I don't think it has like. I mean,
'Cause I
there's
feel
probably like
all of those
dents
vans
and
had
stuff.
like the
Oh, yeah.
pinstriping gone insane.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the one we owned had gray, like different shades of
Oh,
gray
nice.
pinstriping all over it. Yeah.
I liked the purple, teal, red, white
Mm-hmm.
combo pinstriping. That was very common.
Oh, it does on the inside have. Remember, it had the little plug thing you could remove and put the little table
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
where the two captain seats that were the back
Yeah.
before you got to the bench seat that folds into the bed area. So
Yes.
it does have one of the coffee table like additions.
Awesome.
Does it have a sink?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
We have a bucket for that.
Yeah,
Well,
I-
it's more of the cruising van.
yeah,
like
it's not
full
the
camper
it's not an
conversion.
actual RV. Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
just like the Dodge like larger van that's made for like family trips. It does have the spot that has like a tiny tube TV
Sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
over
yeah.
the top.
with a
Mhm.
VCR.
Yes.
Yes.
How many tapes do you have?
Oh
And-
no.
Is there like a collection? Like,
I think there is.
Okay.
Like very specific.
cool.
I feel like
I'm
a
not
lot.
gonna ask you for all of them right
Oh,
now.
no.
I'm not
I
that
want to
mean.
know what's in there.
Yeah, me too. What are we watching?
I think a lot of. I mean, I haven't paid for any actual
No,
copies of
you find
movies,
them.
so there's probably just like a whole bunch of like
Copies.
yeah, like just like the very clear like you bought the pack of VHS tapes and like copied stuff,
Yeah,
Sure.
and some of
like
them
you
are
do.
probably labeled well, and you're probably
This
too
one's
afraid
blank.
to yeah.
And the tab's been clipped off, so I assume you like it. I'm not sure what it is.
Don't know. Who knows?
You like it now?
Yep.
Man.
The first thing I'd like to do, though, is talk about one of the most important mechanics of this game, and that is the tension between the characters. So I'd like to just go around the table and ask what your tensions are with the other two players at the current time.
Yeah.
Because that kind of lets the audience remember how we all feel and where we're starting out, and it lets me remember too. Because I listened to it, but I didn't take notes.
Valid.
Yeah.
So fair and
It's
valid.
so hard to do as a GM.
So,
Uh,
let's start with
I
this.
have my tension with Cassie is 1 out of 2, and my tension with Kilo is 0 out of 2.
And like we kind of remind us what they're for. Like,
Yes, so 0 is nothing out of the ordinary. It's pretty chill. 1 is unspoken, which is like I find Cassie annoying. I haven't said anything about it yet, but I feel that way. But yeah, it's not full blown 2. I'm not chomping at the bit to bite her head off or anything like that. So.
And zeros because you don't know any better.
That's true. 0's because I'm like this robot's kind of chill. All right, that's fine.
Excuse me, I'm a drone. Robots are different.
Okay, this drone's pretty cool. All right.
Oh my
Raising
god.
it to 1.
So currently with Cassie, I am at a 1. Partly because, hey, I might have roped you into terrorism, but also you are annoying. Poor Cassie. For now. And I am definitely at a 2 with Ronnie because we used to serve in the military together a very long time ago, and we were friends. And now I know that they went AWOL, and they know that I sold out to a military contractor named also the main company that owns most of the things we use, being Center. So
Yeah.
we
Might
did
have
not
had-
end our relationship on great terms.
Yeah, we might have had a falling out about that. Ooh, but I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know. I'm just I'm Kilo.
Yeah, you're just Kilo.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
fine.
a drone. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
Now, the tensions can also be for positive feelings.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh yeah.
So, Cassie actually has a 1 with Kilo because Cassie actually thinks she's kind of got this idea that this is sort of like a video game, and she feels that you are like the helper NPC.
Mm-hmm.
She,
Forgot about
yeah,
that.
so she
I'm
really,
your quest giver.
yeah, and so she thinks that you're like her friend, and she really has positive feelings towards Kilo because
Wild.
you're clearly the NPC that's meant to help.
I see you're trying to take down a neuroscape.
Would you
How
like?
can I help you?
How can I assist?
So 1, but positive feelings,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
positive 1.
Yeah.
And I think she also has a 1 with Ronnie because I feel like just or like a couple times have been like, wait, we're logged out right now, and she's like, no, you just don't understand, and there's just like this little pressure against the bubble of her world that she just kind of feels from Ronnie. It's nothing big yet, but just a little bit of like negativity, like you're harshing my vibes.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They harsher vibes.
Sure.
Yeah. So 1's for both of you, but for very, very,
Very different
very
reasons.
different ones.
So, we're going to start out about 90 minutes after you have successfully taken down one of the Neuroscape source towers
Mm-hmm.
in North Hollywood, shockingly enough. Actually, probably like Universal City, because I would assume
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
probably be the one that broadcasts out over
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
area. So, you managed to successfully do it. You don't think you did, like, you didn't go in there like the little bit of the old ultra violence. Like, you didn't go in kicking the door in and shooting people up and taking down this giant government
I knew
facility.
a way in.
You managed to sneak your way in, and you managed to disable the tower,
Mhm.
right? In a semi-permanent way. Like, it's going to take a while to repair and get back online. So the other towers that are around the valley in LA are now all overloaded. So until you get out of the valley, I'm going to make sure you're a -1 on all your stuff
That makes sense.
because
Uh-oh.
it's just traffic.
That makes sense.
But once you get out of the valley, you'll be back to normal.
I did this. It's fine.
But yeah, and everybody's going to be a -1 to access the Neuroscape. Like, if you try and do something Neuroscape-wise,
We are
We're just
already
gonna-
in the Neuroscape.
correct. If you'd like to be -1 on everything,
Oh no.
No, thank you. Never
Okay.
mind. Please ignore everything I just said.
cool. It's cool.
Would you like mechanical consequences with your story based? Fun time.
So, you have all met up together. You were slightly injured in your escape.
Okay.
I'm going with the assumption that you are not immediately known, but there is some maybe not great angle footage of you guys getting out.
Okay.
Okay?
I feel like I'd be smart enough to at least like wear like the hoodie and sunglasses sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I will also wear a hoodie. And sunglasses. No. It would not work.
Just little drone legs and a hoodie. Like,
Yeah.
You got the stupid baseball cap on under the hoodie.
yeah, exactly.
Love it.
But assume that with the amount of interruption you've caused to some fairly major players in government and business, they're going to dedicate resources to trying to figure out who you are and to find you. That's not to say that, like, there are cops with wanted posters, like, driving around neighborhoods already.
Okay.
That is not a thing. But rest assured, there are people that are doing investigation on this topic, and they are looking for matching descriptions, at least very vaguely physically.
Okay.
Why don't both of you give me a wits roll? And you can use your darn, I didn't bring that page up. Whatever the agility headset stat is,
Network?
network. You can add that in.
Cool.
So we just roll the number of dice we have, and we're looking for 6s, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I don't need to worry about the 2 different colors of dice right now.
Because you're not using any... I mean, if you think you were using some kind of specific piece of equipment, we can give you bonus dice, and then you need a second color.
Oh, no.
But
I mean, my hoodie.
The -1, is it after the fact or?
this is before that.
Okay.
This is... I just want to see kind of how successful you were at extracting yourself without leaving much of a footprint.
I got a total of 1 6. We did it.
Okay.
No 6s.
Okay. That's fine. So you think you guys got away pretty clean. Like, you didn't leave indelible print on the digital scape that you used to get yourselves into the facility. But you know that people are going to be looking.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they can to figure out who you are and what you were doing there and why you decided to disable this tower.
Okay.
So it's time to go.
Yeah.
And on the way out, how did you get hurt?
I feel like we were doing something with like cables
Yes.
on the inside.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel
Lots
like
of cables.
Yeah, lots of cables on the inside. And I think at some point we were like slicing through them or doing something like that, and like I don't know, something either like a wires can be pretty sharp than the big thick cables, and it was just like one of those, they like broke apart and it's like slashed my leg.
Oh,
Okay.
ow.
No.
Sure.
Like one of the big cables.
Yeah. So it's like one of
Well,
those
it
things
was
that
under slightly more tension than you thought
yeah.
when you cut it.
Yeah.
All right.
And so it's like one of those things that like slices, and then it's like, oh, it's not. Oh, it's bleeding a lot. Oh, that's worse than it looks. Okay, let's wrap it.
Yeah. Well, and cables have those like little micro.
Tiny, yeah.
That's terrible.
Fantastic. So you have managed to escape, and you find yourself meeting up with your friend and neighbor who also does medicine. And
Illegally.
you have organized that you guys are going to get out of town
Okay.
Yes.
for all the various reasons. You're in the van.
Yes. And we decided during character creation that we weren't completely forthright with Ronnie about why
Correct.
we were leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I said for all your various reasons.
Yeah.
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 I haven't told you why I need to get out of
No.
town either, so it's fine. Your
So-
leg. Yeah, oh, go ahead.
No.
I was just saying, your leg's fully bleeding, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be just instinctually being like, oh shit, and I take out my first aid kit and I'm gonna start patching that up.
Let's do a wits and first aid,
Oh lordy. Okay. All right.
which I think you said you get 3.
I
Yeah.
get 3 for my first aid kit. So
Damn.
that's these guys. Okay. Come here. All right. Hey, please roll 6. I got 1 6.
We did it.
We
Great.
did it.
So you're not going to start out missing any hit points.
Okay.
You're bandaged up. It might be a little tender, but it's not going to slow you down.
Okay.
But yeah, you just got your leg bandaged sitting in the captain's chair, in the second row of your van because you needed to swivel so they
Yeah.
could get to your leg. And you're like, cool. You guys are ready to roll pretty much.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
We're going north.
Yes.
In character creation, we agreed that the destination is Vancouver or Seattle up
Yes.
that way. And you then decided that you're going to take the coastal route. To
Yes.
Get out of town.
Mhm.
And probably if we're still in the valley, the 101 straight out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the question I had.
Yeah.
Like, how are you getting out of the valley?
Yeah.
Step
101
one.
Thousand Oaks,
Mhm.
Oxnard, maybe a long skirt around Oxnard. lots of Port Hueneme there.
So you get rolling. You're heading on. You get onto the 101, and you're heading north out of the greater LA area. You get.
So I'm driving.
I thought.
I thought you were
Okay.
talking.
Yeah.
You gotta hurt.
Okay, so you're bandaging me up while you're driving. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys get to like 2 exits before the 405.
Okay.
And you see all of those Amber Alert boards are now lit up, and traffic is slowing. And the Amber Alert is saying there was an attack on the Neuroscape. Authorities are seeking and just the vaguest description, right?
Yeah.
Like a person and a drone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. It's extremely vague at this point, but traffic is slowing down, and you can tell like it's not the time that there should be traffic.
Mm-hmm.
I know those of us that are from LA, there's always
There's
traffic.
always traffic.
So you never question the fact that there is traffic. But in this case, it is a little bit weird.
Okay.
Like it's early afternoon, before schools are letting out, before work is letting out. People usually aren't on the highway in this congestion at this point.
Yeah.
But it's slowing down. But you can't really see a reason yet.
Should we be nervous about this?
Wow, there was an attack. How sad. The people are just terrible. I don't know if we should be nervous or not.
I'm nervous.
Okay. I am also a little nervous. I'd prefer not to get stopped by law enforcement.
Were you the one who did the terrorist attack?
Yes. No, obviously not.
No, I don't think we will be favoring finding the police.
No.
Did you guys do the terrorism?
Of course not.
Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Does it look like there's a roadblock up ahead, or?
It takes a few minutes to keep moving up.
Okay.
But eventually you do see that it looks like they're funneling the usual 5 lanes of traffic down to 3.
Oh.
And they've got cones out.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
In a way that doesn't look like they're blocking off like just one lane or whatever for construction or repairs. But it looks like, oh, look, we're taking these 2 lanes and we're funneling them into this one spot. And these 2 lanes into this one spot.
Can I get off and go to the Sherman Oaks Mall?
Yes, if that's what you want to do.
I think that is what we want to do.
You still have time that you can get
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
The
I
freeway.
drive super cat. Or no, you're driving.
Yeah.
I forgot.
This is what, like, very commonly, I think, there's a lot of drones, I think, that drive. That just makes sense to me. And in particular, you see as Kilo, who is kind of a sleek, newer drone, has an actual attachment on their wrist to hook onto the wheel. It's like having a driving knob, but it's literally like made to hold onto the wheel just right and left. And they are very adapted and accustomed to driving. So they're like, we drive easy. Just kind of slowly merge over. Like, oh, everyone's merging. Oh, here's my off-ramp.
Sure. Why don't we see what the driving looks like? So, agility
Like calling for a roll.
Okay.
and network.
And I do have driver.
Okay. So that gives you plus 2?
Plus 2 dice.
Gotcha. So those are like stat dice.
Yeah.
But then subtract 1
Yeah.
because of the network issue.
Subtract 1 die.
Yeah.
Got it.
From your network, from your gears.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm rolling my network, which is a plus 3. There we go. Haha. No.
Okay. So you start to merge over, but there's just a mess of people, and everybody's upset that they're going slow. You start getting some honks, right? And you get off to your exit,
Mhm.
but you don't know how much attention you attract,
Yeah.
because clearly you were kind of moving in a way that didn't go with the flow.
Yeah.
But you've gotten off the freeway, and you are now in Sherman Oaks, almost Encino.
Yeah. Okay. Surface streets, 118 to the 101.
I feel like we should do surface streets for a bit, but I feel like we should find maybe a destination to go to if they're possibly still looking for us.
Like out of Los Angeles.
Well, yes, but I mean, they're probably going to start following us. So if we do something very casual, if we stop into a shop or give a reason for why we had to get off at this exit, it's more plausible.
I do agree with that.
I mean, we don't have to stay for long.
Okay. It's bathroom break time, and I'm just gonna like look for the first stop.
I mean, you said you're going to the mall.
Yeah, I mean, there's a mall.
There's a mall right there.
There is. If you'd like to visit the mall, you can. If you want to just stop at like a donut shop or a fast food joint, that's also fine.
Is there like a record store in the mall?
Oh my god,
I'm sure there is.
there is now.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Like it's one of the big ones at
Tower
the end of the mall.
Records.
Yeah, like
Sam
a tower.
Goody.
Yeah,
Sam
whatever,
Goody. Yeah.
Circuit City.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so why don't we just stop in there for just a few minutes? We'll pick up a few things, 10 minutes tops, and then we'll have a receipt.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, that sounds good to me. 10
Excellent.
minutes?
Does your van have a CD player?
No.
Or is it just cassette?
I think it's just cassette. I
I'm
feel
just
like,
curious.
yeah, I feel I might have
Yeah.
like one of the external ones that you has
yeah.
the little tape you plug in.
Yeah, the fake.
Yeah, I
cassette
think I
with
might
the
have one of
cord.
those.
Sure.
Yeah,
Nice.
but it definitely didn't come with the CD player built in.
So you managed to get into the mall and park. You head in, and your destination is the Sam Goody or Tower
Yeah.
or whatever.
Do you have a change of bottoms? 'Cause you're-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
'cause
feel
you're-
like yeah.
if you live in the van, you did.
She's got like really big, like kind of curly hair that I think she had like pulled back really tightly underneath the hoodie and all that stuff. So she's kind of like made a bit of a transformation to a much more like hippie aesthetic.
Okay.
Like it's like very like Topanga Canyon now
Mm-hmm,
for those of you from LA. So it's like big hair and like glasses and like the hoodie's on and okay, so no, she probably switches. She's got some sort of
Just because your former pants had so much blood on them.
yeah, they do have
Yeah.
quite a lot.
Yeah. Most people that are bleeding like that don't go shopping for CDs.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's probably stopped bleeding now, or at
Right,
least
right,
treated.
yeah.
It's
Okay.
treated. You need to
There
take
was
it
evidence
easy.
on
Yeah.
the pants.
Yes.
Yeah.
for sure.
So she's probably in some sort of maxi dress now, like
Okay.
very relaxed, but also just like excellent. Okay.
Just a casual stop at the mall.
Yeah.
You are acting. Tone of voice? Change? Modulate?
You want me to modulate? I can modulate if it makes you feel better.
Yeah. Okay. Talk more casually then.
I will talk more casually.
All right.
This is a very strange conversation. Kilo, do you not want? Do you want to stay here? Do you want to go in with us?
I can go either way. I like music. I'll go.
Excellent.
Oh, we're getting some music?
I mean, we may be in the car for quite some time.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
we could just play all my Alanis Morissette back to back.
Let's get music.
Yeah. Okay.
You get into the mall. You are immediately confronted with like the play area, right? So it's just a horde of children and moms / daycare people, strollers parked haphazardly everywhere. And beyond it, you know you got to go about halfway through the mall to get to the record store. But yeah, it's just the mall. Everybody can picture it
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
their mind.
I've been in this mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we just head to the music store.
Yeah.
You can totally get there without any
Yeah.
incident.
And-
And you
Like you two might notice a little bit. Kilo, you've known her for like
5 minutes
3
longer.
hours or more than,
Yeah, 5 minutes longer.
than Ronnie. But like she does kind of stop and like window shop, but you can see like when she window shops, she's kind of like looking in the reflections in the windows.
Mm.
So she's like, "Oh, that's so cute! Look at that!" And she's just like making sure there's not like people behind her and stuff like that. So the affect and the way she speaks to like Airhead,
But
but it is
eyes on a swivel.
yeah.
For sure.
Nice.
So
Why don't you roll a
Okay.
wits?
Well, wits. Okay.
And I'll give you 2 bonus dice for using Windows.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
2 6s.
No.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You are fairly sure that the only person that seems to be following you is like a harried mom that is dealing with a kid that's like, I want nuggets! Just screaming
That was
off
me.
the top of their head.
Yeah.
And
Like I've been that kid.
is kind of following in the same direction as you, but
Okay.
you don't see any men in sunglasses or power suit wearing agents
Okay.
of any kind that are, yeah, nothing suspicious.
Okay. Then I sort of start going a little more direct to this.
Okay.
I stopped doing quite so like flying casual and like head more straight to the music store.
You guys get there. They've got one of those big, like, projection big screen TVs.
Yeah,
Mm,
the
set up.
fancy.
That's showing Twister
Mm.
to demonstrate
Walk
their
right in.
surround sound setup
Roll
that
the
they're willing to
map.
sell you for like $2,500. So there's like tornado sounds surrounding the entrance of the store as you enter.
Perfect.
Bill Paxton is yelling something.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The cow flies by. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
This is one of the movies that I had on VHS in my childhood trailer where there was only 5 videos. So I've seen Twister a lot.
Twister was my first DVD.
Oh, hell yeah. Might be one of
Precisely
ours.
because
With
it
the
had
paper box.
surround
The sound,
box.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Because my girlfriend, now wife, worked at Sam Goody.
Perfect. We've done it. We actually went and found Dave's
We
wife.
did.
Yep. No, I hope you didn't. She was probably super pissed. Just dealing with people coming in asking for the same thing
That's
over
true.
and over and over again.
I feel like that's canon though.
Yep. We've done it.
Your wife is now here.
You just 100% see a brunette lady over in the corner that is just seething and reorganizing something.
Perfect. When we get to the store, Kilo walks right past all the like pop stuff and goes straight for like the back corner where they keep all the loud rock and roll music still.
Sure.
And is just like going straight back there and just immediately starts like digging through the giant stack of CDs on the wall, just like
All right.
I'm heading in that direction too. So I think I fully join. I'm like, oh, you interested in that? I like that band too.
no.
Oh,
All right. I think I pick out a few.
The mother customer walks by and goes, metalhead. And keeps walking.
Amazing.
So you like Green Day?
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Okay. It just turns and walks away.
All right. Drones. I take a few. You said you had a cassette player, right? In your car?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I get some cassettes, and I'm gonna
Absolutely.
buy like a few. I don't know how much that costs.
An amount that you can easily afford.
Okay, cool.
Like, you have been practicing some medicine. You
Yeah.
have been rewarded for this.
Not legally.
Yeah, but people still give you money in exchange for your skill.
Yes,
money.
yes. I got cash money.
Not us. Other people paid you for it.
Yeah, other people.
You're paying for it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So that wouldn't be an issue.
Cool.
I let's see. Like, does Kilo have money on them?
No.
Okay.
And literally was partly looking and unsubtly just like inspects every single tape that Ronnie picks up. And it's just like nods, shakes their head, says nothing.
Sure.
Ronnie, what do? I think they just try to tune you out. Like, I think you shake your head and they move to put it back, and then they're like, what am I doing? And then they just ignore you for the rest of the time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What's Cassie going for?
Yeah.
Cassie is very casually looking at everything and very specifically not buying anything.
Okay.
She doesn't want there to be any digital records of her being in this location.
I mean, there's still cash payments.
Yeah.
So, like, that's
Yeah.
not weird.
Yeah.
But, sure.
I mean, we're here to set an
Everything's the
alibi.
neuroscape.
Yes.
So if you put money in, everything's the neuroscape. I understand your
Yeah.
logic.
Oh.
I get it.
Yeah, we're in the Neuroscape right now.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
if we
They
do
can
things,
tag
they
you.
can. They will know what we're doing right
They know
now.
where your avatar is right now.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're standing next to, like, a life-size RoboCop statuette
Yeah.
that's sort of, like, in the window.
No, I mean, like, I'm going around and, like, looking at stuff.
Sure. But that's where you
Oh, yeah.
find when they come up to the front,
Okay.
that's, yeah.
Okay.
You can check out. That's
Yeah,
fine.
no, I pay and get a little baggie, I assume, of cassettes.
Oh, what'd you get?
Oh, music.
Oh.
Some of it's music.
Uh-huh.
Specifically, it's like a blacked out plastic
Yeah.
bag, because they don't want their customers to have to show off what they bought in the store,
hmm
because that's weird and people might have a conversation with you.
Oh yeah. How
I can see
terrible.
the bag you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Well, no, because it was for kids seeing the covers of stuff
Yeah.
as you walked through the mall.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
Also, you
gosh.
could be buying DVDs that have like scantily clad women on them.
Yeah, and heaven forbid you walk by a McDonald's place with that. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm like, I got some Green Day, some Cody doesn't know any other bands, but
REM.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
R.E.M.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ronnie knows them and
Yeah,
lists them
lots of-
off.
Cool. Wow, that sounds interesting.
We can switch off cassettes.
Yes.
Yeah.
She has a lot of music.
Music.
And then Keela just walks away.
All right, I think we should. Okay, we said 10 minutes. We should head out.
Yes.
And you said surface roads until we get out.
I feel like we should take surface roads for a bit, and then we can jump on
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
the 18 or whatever.
So
118.
is the goal to go
118.
north to the 118 and out?
Yeah.
Then? Okay.
And then join back up at the 101
Out
Thousand
there.
Oaks area.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
at a later point.
I may or may not have driven this area a lot.
So that's totally fine.
Yeah.
You guys get back to the car. You do see that there's a couple of like mall security drones that are going through the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell because they have like the yellow light
Yeah.
on top.
Mhm.
And they're that like humanoid height,
Yeah, the
but
tall-
on like a set of two large wheels with one smaller wheel behind for stability,
Mhm.
and they're just kind of patrolling up and down
Mhm.
the aisles of the parking. But they're not right next to you. They're
Okay.
out of ways. You just see them because of the yellow.
Okay.
Where do you think they're remoting in from?
Oh, I mean, it's a good question. Where would they be remoting in from? Would we know?
Anywhere.
It
Like,
could literally
literally
be
anywhere.
Literally
but-
anywhere.
I mean, there are some security outfits that are based in the LA area that
Mhm,
might actually have people like in the mall
Yeah.
that are running them
Mhm.
mhm,
because it's easier to have somebody just sit in an office and wear the hat than go out and actually walk around.
yeah.
So that's possible, but they might just be like some remote big security company that does it at all the malls.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah. No clue. Let's get out of here.
So you get on the road and you start heading north. What is it? Like Encino goes north and south?
Yeah, we'd be going like Northridge direction.
So you guys get along the way. Traffic is normal at this time of day.
Service streets.
It's just getting to the hour where like kids are getting out of school.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, kids still go to school
Huh.
only to get to a classroom and then put on a helmet
Mm.
and get instruction, sometimes from a room with no teacher.
Yeah.
Like just somebody that gets there to monitor that they put on the helmet in the morning. And that's it. But they are starting the commute home. So
Mhm.
like traffic's getting a little heavier, and you see people that are like taking their kid through the McDonald's drive-through, and
Mhm.
that kind of stuff is intensifying. But you get up to the 118, and the on-ramp's open. You can
Right. Simi Valley, here we come.
you get on. As you're driving, you get kind of out of the valley
Mm-hmm.
into like when you get towards Simi Valley, that's kind of where I consider sort of the border. Like
Yeah.
Thousand Oaks is sort of a separate entity.
Yeah.
So as you get there, you get update on the emergency broadcast kind of a thing. That's got more details. So now it is a late model drone and a person about this height.
Mm-hmm.
Description to follow kind of information. You can see that there's in the coverage that you're able to access, you see that there's roadblocks on the 101 north and south, on the 5 north and south. It doesn't look like they've set up something on the 118 yet.
Great. Okay.
But there's drone hover footage over them, newscasters are talking about oh yeah, traffic's going to be really terrible this afternoon because everybody's going to have to go through these checkpoints and it's a pain. But you cross over into the borders of Simi Valley and you immediately get the local broadcast comes just
Surging
right
back.
in your face.
Uh-huh.
Tour Air Force One, huge, and
Yeah.
life-size Air Force One is now hovering in your vision, right out there.
Oh, good.
But see it as it was when it was flying with our new Neuroscape enhanced visit, encouraging you to visit the Reagan National Library.
Yeah.
That's all over the place.
How does that not cause so many car accidents?
Yeah.
Most people aren't watching that at the same time.
No, he literally says this out loud to no one.
How does what cause what? How does what cause
And you
it?
guys are looking at a fairly
What?
open freeway.
There, what?
Reagan Library advertising.
Oh.
Yeah, that should cause accidents.
Yeah.
Apparently, you can tour Air Force One, though, as it was when it was flying.
Why would anyone want to do that? I guess it's luxury.
To honor the great history of Ronald Reagan, obviously.
Oof, my stomach.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, let's breeze on past this.
I mean, it could be fun. Also, I mean, we might give time for the traffic to clear.
Also, there's a lot of roadblocks. We may have committed a crime.
Wow, I never would have guessed.
You are a criminal?
Cassie.
Well, tried.
It's fine. You came to me with a giant wound, and most people who come to me with wounds are not on the legal side of things. That's not a big deal.
You don't mind people who aren't on the legal side of things anyways. Right, Doctor?
No. No. What do you... No.
So the Reagan Library.
Do you think the blind still works?
No.
Are we going to the Reagan Library, or are we continuing in...
The roadblocks are looking for us, if that helps.
So you did blow up the... Great. Okay. All right. You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, it didn't. The whole thing didn't blow up.
Center's still gonna consider it an act of terrorism, which is... Oh, I'm gonna be aiding and abetting terrorists. You know what? Whatever. Not the worst thing on my... Well, it might be up there. Okay.
I mean, really, it was a demonstration of a political act. It wasn't necessarily... we were very careful not to let anyone else get hurt. I was the only person who got hurt.
Yeah. No, I mean, you didn't blow the thing up.
No.
I'm not... You're against.
We're just trying to wake people up to the truth. It's really important. They put their heads in the little things and they never see. It puts them to sleep, and it's just ridiculous. Like, don't you think that people are missing all the beauty of the neuroscape by putting those helmets on? Like, it's so sad. They're...
Huh? The neuroscape, they're going into the neuroscape, aren't? Because they...
She just looks at you like you're like a sad little puppy. Like, I know that's what they say. And it's just... It just think, like, for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Look around us. Like, it is very clear that this is the epitome of simulation technology.
The real world is a you think the real world's a simulation?
It is the neuroscape. Like, it is the creation. It is what we are all working through. I mean, look at Kilo.
Hi.
What does Kilo have to do with anything?
Well, and Kilo's... I mean, do you think that they would be like... Let's just pause for a little bit. It's a lot to take in, I know, at first. So let's just
I'm gonna get off the
where
freeway.
do you think? Hold on. What do you think people are doing when they put the helmets on?
They're looking into the real world.
Why? Okay, so you are pro neuroscape.
The real neuroscape.
Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. I think I'm going to just be like, yep, heard. That's a lot to take in. And I just go sit in the back and I dig through my backpack for like a copy of whatever DSM version there is out right now.
I
I'm
think
like,
it's 3.
yeah, I'm
if
like,
I'm
all
not
right, let me
mistaken.
just. I carry around a copy of the DSM. Of
In this
whatever.
day and age?
I can't believe I just established that about Ronnie. Yeah, they're just like, okay, delusions. You know what? I'll do this later. So we're stopping at the library.
I think it might kill some time.
All right, you guys don't seem very eager to get out of town. I feel like that's like, I know the roadblocks are a problem, but the roadblocks they're probably not going to take the roadblocks down for another few days. Especially if Center's on your asses. That's my thought.
Possible.
Center is relentless.
My thought is that they're going to have someone manning or keeping the roadblocks in place.
Mm-hmm.
There's unlimited labor available.
Yes, but I don't know if you've ever like worked a job. But as you sit through having your job, generally,
I look at you like,
generally people who have
Shiny dome back.
Yeah.
I still am like, there's got to be camaraderie here.
Generally, as people sit through a menial, repetitive task, they become less focused on it and less precise in what they see and do. So the chances of us actually being observed probably go down the longer the people are at the roadblocks.
Shift changes are a thing.
Right. So we just need to figure out what we should do. I mean, we can keep driving. Do you see where the roadblocks are, Kilo?
Do I see where the roadblocks are? Dave, do I see where the roadblocks are?
I mean, that news broadcast specifically mentioned
Yeah,
the
the
101
freeways, yeah.
east and west, and then the 405 north and south, and the 5. north
Yeah,
and
but the 18's clear.
south.
Ish.
I mean, I would give you for free. You would reason that they are going to expand the roadblock coverage. It just takes time,
Yeah.
like to get
Yeah.
supplies and personnel in
Yeah.
the right positions.
Yeah.
So
That was
it
my...
might get worse, but you might be able to rely, like Cassie was explaining, like, you know, maybe there's a chance that it'll calm down after a while and they'll get
Yeah.
less severe.
We could take the 118 to the 101. I cannot guarantee that we wouldn't intersect with a roadblock. That being said, Simi Valley is a sleeper community from everyone who drives in from the city. And if we go now, we can catch that headwind and be stuck forever behind screaming babies in cars. I say we get off the freeway.
All right. Listen, y'all know the city better than I do. So.
Welcome to Simi Valley.
Glorious Simi Valley. Don't visit.
Home of the Reagan Library.
Home of the Reagan Library.
Fantastic. I mean, are we sure the plane doesn't fly?
Fairly certain that it's been there a very long time. We could check it out, but I'm not able to fly that.
Don't you, I mean, they have a fancy tour thing that would require putting on one of the headsets.
You can have fun with that.
I'm guessing I'm the only one willing to put on a headset. Well, not that you aren't willing to put on a headset. You just can't in your current form. Do you put the headset on, or do you just?
I mean, I haven't in a really long time.
Okay.
There are some things that I need to see the real world to access, and I understand that about myself.
What do you see in the Neuroscape?
That's a good question. What does the Netscape look like?
I mean, it can literally look like
anything.
whatever
Like
the
anything.
programmer
Oh,
wants it
okay.
to look like.
Oh, okay.
There are like churches where people go and put on the headset, and it looks like they're sitting on a cloud.
Oh,
And there's
okay.
little cherubs with harps.
Okay.
And then at the same time, there's like bars you can go to that you step in. It's probably only a 15 by 15 space, but it's full of people. You put on a headset, and now you're in a giant club in Berlin,
No,
like
got it.
rocking out to crazy, industrial music.
So, like, when you put it on, does it, like, manifest what you're imagining, or do you have to, like, have a programmer have made it?
Most of the time, it connects to either a local or a global level
Got it.
network that is made by someone.
Okay.
You can absolutely kind of do your own thing in your own space.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you wanted to do like the digital version of a mind palace,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could put on the headset and kind of do that in your own space. Think about like the difference between playing Minecraft solo and
Okay.
connecting to a bunch of servers with other people,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? So like on those other servers, there might be some dude that made like a computer that lets you play Doom. Right?
In Minecraft.
In my-
In
Minecraft,
Minecraft,
yep.
And then, in your own space, you might just have built a crazy, beautiful Frank Lloyd Wright Falling Waters for you to walk around,
Mhm.
like whatever you wanted to have done. Yeah.
I feel like when she puts the helmet on, it's like the most basic level. Like, I feel like it's like the Matrix when they go into the
Yeah.
actual Matrix, and it's like those like very corporate hallways that are just
Yeah.
really boring.
Mhm.
She's in a prefab sim house.
Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
basically
Oof.
kind of what it is. So
Sure.
it's like, yeah, and like if I have to access other places, fine, but it's
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a great and timely way to look at it,
Mhm.
right? Like, in the Matrix, they can connect and they can do things
Yeah.
like kung fu training and jumping off buildings and
Mhm.
gun training and the Woman in Red simulation. Like, those can all run locally
mhm.
and be whatever they want, but there is like the actual Matrix that's running the simulation of the whole world.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like that. So
So, yeah, that's what she would.
All right.
It's just so plain and, I mean, boring, and the color scheme is just. I mean, it's very clear that this, and she kind of like waves her hands around, is like a creation, a beautiful thing that someone has made for us to play in.
Fascinating. And you thought someone would purposely include President Ronald Reagan's presidential library, complete with Air Force One.
I mean, I know people who would. Doesn't mean I like them, but I know people who would.
I mean, for playing the game, we have to have villains.
And center's not enough?
I mean, there's different levels of villains.
Ronald Reagan's a low-tier villain?
Well, the library is.
Okay. Okay.
The library is unlikely to pass legislation that hurts people.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
And Ronald Reagan is like not in office.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, he's not in office anymore.
I'm like,
Years afterwards.
yeah, I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's still alive, but deep
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like-
experiences and-
yeah, I was like, this is like the Clinton years.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wait, would Ronald... Because Ronald Reagan wouldn't have been president of the United States because the Civil War happened in 75.
Getting
That's
too
a
deep
good
into it.
point. No, but
Sorry, the timeline.
Don't
Could
ruin
have
our
been
Valley
president
lore.
or part
of
of...
chunks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet he could. I could see him like being the president of Pacifica.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-Pacifica,
Yeah.
before there was an election. Yeah.
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 That makes sense.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's kill some time at the library, I guess.
Let's go fight a final boss at the Reagan Library.
Yeah, that sounds about as exhilarating as you said it.
Okay.
We're gonna go fight Air Force One,
You pull
I
up.
guess.
And the parking lot is not very busy at this hour, right? The place is still open, but like you see probably the last like school bus leaving. There's still a few cars. It's not swamped or anything. You do notice that at the entrances of the building, every entrance has a pair of like fully operational U.S. Marine Corps drones
Cool.
that are standing there as like honor guard, like
Mhm.
they did outside
Yeah,
the
yeah,
White
yeah.
House kind of thing. But not actual people. They're drones in this game.
Mhm.
Okay, but they almost certainly are manned by military
Actual
personnel.
military
You
personnel.
would assume.
Interesting. All right.
And they look like they are functional combat drones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
I fully clock these two guys. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stay in the car. Just crack a window for me or something.
I was going to power down for a little while.
All right, I can listen to music. Maybe. I don't want you to go in alone.
Why wouldn't you want to go in? You seemed so enthusiastic moments ago.
Did I? Listen, we've all got people after us. You guys have Center and possibly other people.
Really?
Mm.
You seemed so judgmental a few minutes ago.
That's a question I didn't ask. What side of the military were you part of? Were you Pacifica military?
Yeah, I think I was Pacifica military, and the reason I went AWOL is because I discovered some conspiracy, which we need to figure out what that is.
Sure.
But yeah, I think I'm just like, judgmental's maybe a strong word. I wasn't, honestly, as far as crimes go, pretty respectable one, what you guys did. Allegedly. I just don't like the military.
Fascinating.
Interesting. Well, I guess I can go and I guess the two of you could stay in the car.
If you're okay going in on your own, I mean,
She does like a very confident hair flip. I'll be fine.
I have no reason not to believe you right now. So,
Cassie, don't bleed on anything.
yeah, make sure you keep, don't put too much pressure on that leg. You need to, you really should be on crutches. It's fine.
I'll see if I can find some.
Just, if it starts bleeding, come back to the car immediately and I'll re-stitch you up.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Do you have like a cassette Walkman or anything that I could listen to tapes on while the car's off?
No.
Rats. All right.
Maybe Kilo could sing to you.
No.
Agreed. I'll just take a nap. You know what? I'll just take a nap. I go back to the car. I fully am like, nope, walking away from that military interaction. And I'm gonna go sleep in the car while you have adventures.
I mean, that is smart. Someone's gonna need to drive tonight, so.
That's
Sleep
true.
is good
Oh,
plan.
it's true. It's true. I could take the night shift.
So I'm gonna grab like a camera, like just
Mhm.
one of the 90s cameras that has film in it.
The disposable little
Yeah.
Kodak job.
Yeah.
Crank,
Yeah.
charge the flash.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly. I'm gonna take that with me and wander through the Reagan Library. I'm gonna pose for a picture with like the droids.
And you can see, like, they're not really moving much. They're mostly just standing locked in
Yeah.
place. But, like, when you're posing for a picture, it kind of, like, shifts itself just to kind of be in the picture better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's totally like the guards at Buckingham Palace.
That's literally what I was just thinking
Yeah.
about, how they don't pose for photos.
Yeah. Yeah. So doing the whole thing. It's like,
Yeah.
because the more avant-garde you are, the less they're gonna suspect you're trying to hide out.
It's true. And there's these two
Yeah.
bunkered down in a van.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Fully
Really subtle.
In the parking lot.
In the
in
parking
the
lot.
parking lot.
That is emptying out as
Yep,
we speak.
actively. We're
Yep.
subtle. We're doing great.
Yeah.
So you get in the building.
Yeah.
You wander about and see exhibits of various types, right? There's a bunch of like gifts that were given, right?
Mhm.
But they're on display for public to see. So, you know, various world leaders gave various culturally significant things. Examples of regional fashion and you know, trade goods. So there's like a pile of like it's obviously not real, but it's like titanium that was given to the US from the Russian delegation at one point. Just random objects through this whole thing. But you get into this vast open room, and there is a full-scale Boeing jet that's there, painted in that beautiful Kennedy livery. And there's a spot at the bottom that has like a rack of what are obviously like the public use headsets for people that are visiting. They can just put it on and wander through the exhibit. But you can also just go through it on your own.
Okay.
There's like a bored-looking attendant, probably like early 20s,
Okay.
sitting there that has no connection to the history of the plane or anything. That is sort of sitting there on a little stool, like next to the rack of headsets.
Okay. Hello. Do we have to pay to use one of the headsets?
No, they're free.
Oh, okay. Thank you. This is a good student.
Immediately in love with this NPC.
Yeah. Awesome. What is the best like part of the plane that I should just absolutely like make sure I see?
When you exit, make sure to give your headset back in the bucket.
All right. Thank you. The exit. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna.
They
put the
didn't
headset
even
on.
really make eye contact.
No,
They were
that's
just like, here's a headset.
See, this is what I'm talking about with repetitive task.
You're right.
This person doesn't look like they ever had any aspirations of security.
No.
In any way.
So I put the headset on, and I'm listening and going from like little thing.
Yeah. So, like, when you get to the top of the stairs, you know, because it's one of those, like, stair cars that's parked there for people to get up.
Yeah.
You get up to the top, and there's, like, a full representation. It's almost using it like AR versus being fully in a neuroscape, but you can tell... You can surmise that you're probably fully in the neuroscape and someone has created an exact replica. So as you're walking through the thing, like you could reach out and touch the chair and you're actually touching the chair.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you get to the top of the stairs and there's Nancy and Ronald Reagan that are standing there waving.
Yeah.
And they both kind of go, "Welcome to the plane. Come on in." Like, you know, we're happy to have you on board Air Force One. This is a real treat for us.
Yes,
To
it
have all these visitors come through. So step right in, and maybe the chef will cook you up something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just say no, right? All right. Is it actually offering me food?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
You can eat in the Neuroscape. It tastes
you
real.
get
Tastes-
no
yeah.
nutrition from it, but
I mean, because I haven't put on a Oh, did the thing I put on, was it like a helmet?
yeah.
Oh, I was picturing like the headphone.
Oh,
No.
no.
Oh, I
If
don't
you-
think she
you're-
would have put on a
Okay.
headset. Sorry.
Then you don't see any of that.
I misunderstood.
You get to the top of an empty stairway.
Okay.
This is hilarious.
That's wow.
And the kid at the bottom is like, "Are you sure you don't want?"
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, I apologize.
No, it's cool. So you get to the top and you step inside, and it's nice. It's not as nice as you'd think, right? Like you have this picture in your head of like, oh, it's got to be real luxurious. No.
Mm-mm.
It's like an office building,
Yeah.
right? Like everything here is enough, right?
Okay.
Like it's not the crazy opulent plane that you might think a head of state would travel in.
Mhm.
There is a room with a nice bed and a desk. There's a conference room that has plenty of seating, and then there's an area that's clearly like been all of the actual electronics have been removed,
Mm-hmm.
right? But obviously did a lot of communication stuff. How in depth with your walkthrough you're looking?
She
Like
doesn't.
you like really paying attention to details, or you just kind of wandering through?
She's probably paying a little bit of attention to detail, but like reading little plaques and stuff. She's here to kill time, so it's like, all right. So.
There is a little plaque, and it shows one of the windows that has like a fully opaque cover down.
Mm-hmm.
That's talking about how this is a lead-lined window shade in the event of a nuclear war. It would stop occupants of the plane from being blinded by flash. It would also help protect. There is a thin layer of anti-radioactive material around the outside of the plane. Not enough to cause significant weight issues, but just enough to help in the event of these problems. And then there's like a faked up NORAD map, right? Like think war games,
Yeah.
right? Like there's a faked up digital map that's showing like incoming missiles from the Soviet Union.
Okay.
That kind of stuff, like that kind of deal. There is a little kitchen that has like a obviously would have been a decent galley for someone to at least prepare food or at least reheat food.
Yes.
And every table in the plane has like a bowl of jelly beans on it. And other than that, the farther
Definitely.
back in the plane you get, it then turns into like more regular like business class seating.
Yeah. For like
For the
the
press
press
corps
corps,
and various other aides and people that might be there. And then at the very back of the plane, the back door is open for you to
Okay.
get and deboard down the other side.
Okay.
And then seemingly the same person is sitting here, but it's not, right? Like it is just another bored
Okay.
sort of museum attendant person. Actually, strike that. Let's go back. It's an older person that is very enthusiastic
Hold on.
Oh,
and is very much like, "How did you like the tour? Oh, you didn't? Did you leave it on the plane? Your headset?
No, I prefer just to look at the plane, like the history.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, no, it was a very yeah, it was a plane.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Please come back and join us anytime.
I keep asking people, nobody knows. Does it still fly? Could it?
Well, I suppose it's possible. We don't have a runway here.
Well, no,
Like
obviously.
it was disassembled and shipped here and reassembled.
Oh, I see.
And it's not like it's had any maintenance done,
Oh,
like aeronautical maintenance,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So I don't know.
okay.
Certainly doesn't have any fuel.
No, it has lots
So-
of jelly beans though.
Sure. I don't know if I'd eat any. Did you?
No, oh no,
Okay.
I thought that it'd be like alarms or something. You're not supposed to touch things in museums.
Oh, sure.
You know,
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
they're not real jelly beans, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
But
Well, now I
most
kinda
people
wish I
go
had.
through with a headset on, and
Right.
they might sample the jelly beans
Oh, yeah, no.
virtually.
Oh, no, well, yeah, yeah. Anyway.
And then there is like a giant arc of a gift shop.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
that is
of course.
just like,
Of course.
I was on Air Force One, and all I got was this stupid T-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, and then
Evil.
like, fake Air Force One like towel sets,
Mm-hmm.
and like,
Incredible.
what obviously probably would have been the apron that the chef on board was wearing, that had the livery of the plane on it,
Amazing.
and everything from like Boeing jet barbecue tongs to
Mhm.
like grilled cheese presses to make it look like a plane, like all
Grilled
kinds
cheese
of stuff.
press.
So cool.
Right.
Okay. That she's going to take time on.
Sure.
The
Like,
gift shop.
gift shop,
Yes.
yeah.
correct.
Yeah, of course.
Gift
Yeah.
shop.
The gift shop is the reward.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Anything particularly useful? Or
I mean, if you want to make grilled cheese
okay.
or
Airplane
barbecuing,
I don't. Does it plug into a cigarette lighter?
Oh,
Probably
No. Okay,
not.
then no.
No.
I did not
Yeah.
pull.
That's
there's,
rough.
there's a bunch of like recipes from the skies and like cookbooks, and
lots of postcards.
Yeah.
then there's like a whole section of like VHS tapes of Reagan movies,
No.
like westerns and stuff
Yeah.
Oh.
that are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's probably even like souvenir McGruff the crime dog,
Uh-huh.
right? Like take a bite out of crime.
yeah.
That's still
That whole
going on.
initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's probably like a section that has those for the kids, like little stuffed ones, and
Okay.
even one that's like a puppet, so
hmm
you could do the thing.
Okay. I'm gonna get one of those.
The puppet?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
Terrifying.
Oh
This
no.
is good. We're gonna
Yeah.
regret this.
Oh
So
no.
it's like a wrinkly Shar-Pei dog head in a trench coat.
Oh god.
Sometimes
like-
with a fedora.
Yes, with a fedora on.
Oh, even better.
It was there to stop crime.
Yeah.
Mhm. And
Rough.
I'm sure it was very effective.
And kind of also introduced the DARE program.
Yeah, and it's also early dare on
Yeah.
top of that. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
don't do drugs, kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy
Nancy.
a Just Say No button.
Cool.
I'm gonna get the McGruff crime dog, and I'm gonna get a bag of jelly beans.
Okay.
Perfect.
Honestly, good haul.
Yeah.
There's probably also a bunch of like 1984 LA Olympics
Oh yeah.
souvenir stuff.
Just like in
Sam
the
Eagle
clearance.
or whatever that was.
I
It
have
wasn't
some
Sam
of
the
it.
Eagle.
Yeah.
It was an eagle, though. It was a little eagle. that
Yeah.
was
With
kind
the
of theme.
torches that we had so many
Yes.
of. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
I have the little like conch shell thing that was carved. It's
Oh,
like,
nice.
It's on
Oh.
the shelf in the house. It's legit. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So that like and jelly beans and
Sure.
yep. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I'll pay cash.
You pay for them, and they give you like a paper bag
Mhm.
with like the Reagans printed on the front of it.
Burning this later.
One of those with like the two little handles.
Yeah.
It's actually a nice bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I casually walk out.
Sure.
Can
So
I
it's
smile
been
at the
like
robots?
45 minutes.
Okay. Perfect.
You come back out to the car.
We are surrounded.
no,
I want to know what you've been talking about this whole time.
I
Yeah.
fully went took
Okay.
a
So you
nap.
want to say, okay.
okay.
I fully was like,
If I let you.
yeah, oh, okay, all right.
Okay. What happened then?
What do you do?
After like an uncomfortably long time, like we make sure Cassie gets inside of the museum.
Yeah.
We're sitting there and someone looking. So for the audience, Kilo is a very standard looking drone for the universe, except that they are like almost pristine paint job white from head to toe.
Gotcha.
Most of the drones in this universe have like really fun paint. Not this one. Boring. And is sitting like perfectly stationary. They have instead of side by side like fake eyes, they have a single strip of glass in the front that deep behind it you can see there are two lights that are kind of part of the ocular receptors for the drone. And those just kind of stay on and they sit there and stare ahead. And their head is not perfectly round. It has these cutouts on the side that have just these two little like bumps that seem to go somewhere. We're not sure. They're not ears, I promise you. And they just are like sitting there for like 10 minutes. And then probably around the time, maybe intentionally, that Ronnie would be falling asleep.
Yeah.
They turn, I think without even like kicking the chair around or anything. Just like pivot ominously in the
Oh,
chair.
good.
Okay,
The
all right.
Darth Sidious move.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Great.
What did you do to piss off the Marines?
Oh my god. Jesus. I noticed. Why does it matter?
If we're traveling that far north together, I'd like to know what hazards you might present.
Okay. I sit up. Okay. I found out things I wasn't supposed to find out about. And then I was like, maybe I should tell someone about this. And then I tried to do that, and then they found out, and then they tried to kill me, so I ran.
This is about the spontaneous culminations.
The what?
Not that then.
Okay. Great, there's more. No, it was... I mean, what would it be about, do you think?
You don't have to figure it out right now.
Oh, I know. I was asking Dave.
Oh.
What would I have potentially discovered if you have an idea already?
Just as a surface idea without doing a little more back and forth on it, you can basically find out that the active military now is working like private security for Center. Like,
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
that's not super common knowledge because the government is a separate entity
Technically.
and they don't advertise that Center has that much power and control, but
They do.
they are 100%. Like,
Okay. Yeah,
you
that's...
witnessed troops going out and doing things for corporate reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd love to take it a step far and say even try to get evidence of that and like send it to some newspaper, and that newspaper happened to be owned and run by Center or something, and
Sure.
I had to run for my life. So I think I just say, yeah, military is not what I thought it was, maybe never was, and I tried to expose it for the corrupt entity that it now is, or always was, whatever. Got my ass handed to me and ran for my life. So it's...
So you had a crisis of faith.
Sure.
I'll accept that answer.
I'm so glad you can. All right. Can I go to sleep now?
Yes.
Thank you. I turn over.
Hopefully no one breaks in. I'm leaving.
What?
They just gotta like lay back and the two lights inside of their dome dim.
Oh. Why'd you say it like that?
How tall is your drone?
I would say it's like 5 feet.
Okay.
It's definitely not tall.
Right.
And when it sits down in the chair, like it does the whole like adjust everything.
I'm only 3 inches taller than you. Than your drone.
My drone.
Oh, no.
This is funny.
But on the human scale, you're not like 3 feet.
No,
Right.
like 5 feet tall. Yeah. No, 5's really tall for. I'm thinking maybe like. Let's say
as a
like
driver, you'd have to be around there to be successful
Yeah.
at looking out of vehicles.
yeah, and that's actually what the
Like-
side things are. It's like that
Sure.
the thing that cars have where they can see a car in your blind spot, but it's on their
Oh,
head.
I like it.
I would say that it's probably because it's like built off of a similar model to what they have in like the battle pits and things like that they have for drones.
Sure.
So they're like the weird middle between regular consumer drone and almost military drone, but they're made for driving cars, opening doors, lifting somewhat heavy things.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's completely reasonable. Cool. So you get back to the car.
Mhm.
you find both of your car mates asleep, presumably.
I probably wake up when you open the door.
I probably do the really obnoxious, like, knock on the window thing.
Hi. Oh, you're back.
Yes.
All right.
I
You
do.
knock on the window and like hold up the bags,
Yeah.
just like Ronald Reagan
My
peering in.
God.
Terrifying.
Horrifying.
Jump scare.
Worst thing to wake up to.
Reagan jump scare.
I'm gonna change what I bought at the.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna add one more thing. Do they have like paint by number for the planes and stuff?
Sure.
Okay.
Plane spotter.
Yeah,
paint by
like
number.
like washable paint, like by number sets or whatever. Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay.
I'm gonna get like 3 of those.
Okay.
Okay.
They probably also
have I
had
done?
like the gowns of Nancy Reagan.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
care.
So
Or I mean,
paint by
like
number
whatever
set.
has the most paint with it. That's what I'm getting.
I mean, like I'm saying, like there's
Oh.
probably one about like planes and transport.
Mhm.
So like
primary colors.
it shows like the plane and like the beast limo,
Mhm.
you know, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then there's probably like here's like the world leaders one, so it's Reagan and all the various
Okay.
leaders from around the world that came to visit at various times.
Okay.
And then there's probably like the gowns of the first lady set.
Okay. I'll get 1 of each, so I have as many colors as possible.
You have a bunch of colors.
Okay.
Terrified.
Mhm.
We've given her paint. It's all over.
Paint, we're dead. We're gone.
It's all like acrylic.
Acrylic,
It's
washable.
not-
Yeah. No, that's what I want. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
All right. Did you have a good rest?
You know what? Relatively, yes.
Okay, good.
I think Kilo is still I don't actually know how to wake Kilo back up.
I mean, when we need him, he'll wake up again. That's how it works generally.
Okay. All right. Okay. What'd you get at the gift store at the?
Jelly beans, but
Ooh.
also, and I got this for you, and I give you the McGruff dog.
Thank you.
And I got all of these for Kilo, and like it's the paint sets.
You're very funny.
But I mean, I think you notice Kilo's very pristine,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to make Kilo probably blend in more with other droids, at least for a while.
Right, disguise. I'm sure a pristine white driving robot or drone is probably. I can't imagine they didn't catch you on footage somehow. So, I mean, you're thinking paint to paint Kilo?
Yeah, it's just temporary paint. Like it can wipe off if he wants to later.
You know what? Sure. Are you going to wake up anytime soon?
So this is my question for Dave, actually.
Yeah. I do want to pause it and make sure. Kai, are you okay with this?
Oh, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
do
know
whatever.
Kilo won't be, but I want to make
no,
sure you're okay.
thank you. I appreciate the check-in.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Torture this poor robot. I would imagine piloting a drone if I were to like just stop piloting for a little while. I would just have to choose to go back. There's no way to be indicated to come back.
You could probably set it up so like almost like an anti-theft thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right, like if the drone is disturbed in some way, it would send a note
Sure.
or an alarm to you to let you know.
Cool. My security system's armed.
Okay.
But
Bloop, bloop.
Oh no. We just start painting flowers on you and go.
Yep. So I pull out my little acrylic paint sets, and I am doing pinstripes, I think.
Like a little brush that comes with those.
that's
So decorating Kilo.
And then, like, I think you probably get through a few.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty small brush. So
Yeah, it's a
probably
pretty
not,
delicate
yeah.
brush.
Yeah.
and your drone is not sensitive enough that
No.
the lightest touch of a brush is
No, I
gonna
think
set
you
anything.
go. You
Yeah.
go
I
off.
think I paint for a while, and then I like spill one side. So then I try and like shift you, and that's probably when the
Yeah.
alarm goes off. When I need to get the other
Yeah.
side.
Am
Yeah.
I dry? Or are we waiting for Kilo to wake up for us to start driving out?
I would think you. I don't know.
Are you pinstriping me while you drive?
No.
No,
I'm not
I
driving.
wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I would not be
Every
pacing
speed
if I-
bump is just
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, I've been on these freeways. They're not that great.
I feel like I wouldn't want to sit in the. She probably doesn't really worry about the pinstripes looking
That's
too much.
fair.
I don't think I'd want to sit in the library parking lot because that seems very sus.
Yes, I was thinking. I'd probably take us out. I'd need directions, but like you just show me where I'm going on a map, and then I'm driving.
Yes.
So would you have been sitting in the front seat?
Probably.
Oh no. Well, then we would have had to move you at the beginning, so you would have woken up, and then.
Also, the moment the car moves.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
true.
true.
You know, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I'd probably let you sleep for like 15 more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Like you roll back over after my
Yeah.
weird. Here's a McGrath dog.
I'm like,
Uh,
cool. I think I move to put it down, and then I cuddle it because I just don't have anything else. I'm like, screw it.
Yeah, and then I start pinstriping for a few minutes,
Yep.
and then I'm like, oh, gotta move you, get to the other side.
You hear a and then the lights turn back on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. We need to get going soon.
You were moving me.
Yes, you're in the driver's seat, and we needed to get to the other side.
Okay. I will move.
Okay.
And they kind of like pivot the chair. I don't think that they look at their arm at all, because that's kind of like that's looking really far down
Yeah.
for these drones. That the optical receptors are like way up here on a big round head, so I don't even know if they notice.
Okay.
But he kind of pivots. Should I move?
Well, Ronnie could drive for a while.
Yeah, I can. I can drive.
Okay. And Kilo opens the door to like get out and get around, because I think that just like the top heaviness of a drone feels weird to like get up and get out of the seat
Mm-hmm.
and like shimmy through places. So it just gets out of the car and goes around the back.
Yeah. No, I get up front and I think I probably take a look at a map and I'm like, okay, so we're going to this, we're going here and then here. Okay, I got it. And I drag us out.
Okay. I probably make sure like everything's all settled. You settle back in your seat, Kilo, and I probably like kind of like position myself strangely on like your other side, and then I like pull out the paintbrush again and start continuing the work, trying to continue the work.
What are you doing?
I am disguising you.
With a brush that small?
I mean, they didn't have bigger ones in the gift shop. Do you have a bigger paintbrush?
I don't have pockets.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So you have
yes.
fingers.
I can't. It's hard to do pinstriping with fingers.
I won't stop you. The potholes might.
I mean, it just adds to how unique it looks.
You are spending a lot of time on this.
I mean, we're gonna be in the car for a while.
I see.
Yeah.
You still haven't finished any of the exterior repairs of your van.
Nope. You can't do that while you drive.
Hmm.
This one will make a flower. Little happy birds.
Oof, I'm realizing that this probably isn't the most inconspicuous thing to have taken out of the city. Pothole. Hey.
Alright.
Do we run into any roadblocks?
You don't seem to. You get out into Thousand Oaks and you feel your connection is already better,
Mm-hmm.
right? At this point, you're probably connected to like the Ventura Tower, and you're not relying on the damaged area. So you get a little farther, and right sort of where, just before you get to the whole like Camarillo in Ventura, where the road comes in.
Yeah.
the sun's starting to go down at this point of the day. Traffic isn't terrible, but it's clearly like evening commuters are going. More people are coming north out of the LA area to return to their homes up this direction. But nothing seems super unusual here. When you merge onto the 101 and you start passing into Ventura itself, you do see, well, let's see. Why don't both of you do a wits for me?
All right.
Sure.
Just wits in this case. Because it's based solely on the observations of your
I got this.
photoreceptors.
I also got a 6.
Okay.
Woohoo!
You both recognize that there are 2 fairly decent-sized drone ships that look like they're taking off from the Point Magoo
Mm-hmm.
Naval Air Station that are heading into LA. Like the actual kind that were used during the war.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Big. They work on the same sort of theory from the Tales from the Loop games of like they have developed a magnetism-based way to have ships fly.
They kind of look like
And drones.
submarines.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But there are a pair of them that are taking off, and you can tell what they are because you guys can recognize the shape from the running lights.
Yeah.
Right? They could be like a shipping thing. Like you might see the lights, but not really know what they are. But because of your experience with the military, you're able to see that this pair of ships are taking off from the dock and heading into LA.
That
Which
can't
is
be
something
good.
you don't recall seeing flying over LA proper.
Yeah, that's concerning. You sure you guys didn't do anything besides cripple a tower?
Nothing they should notice.
Okay, okay.
Can we pretend like I'm sleeping in the back by this point? Like I'm
Sure.
decorated?
You lay down for a nap.
Kilo's covered in beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
With several pothole changes.
Or a seismograph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say something they shouldn't have noticed, does that mean you're pretty sure they shouldn't have noticed it? Or it's...
I don't anticipate they've gotten that deep into the forensics of what happened to understand that I tried to actually interface with it.
All right. I mean, they shouldn't have footage of me, so... I mean, well... I just... Why would Center be calling them in?
You know how you don't like going to military facilities?
Sure.
Just assume that's how I feel about Center right now. And there might be reason.
I mean, Center and the military are buddy-buddy, so... All right. Well, that's behind us, so we hopefully don't have to worry about it.
Here's hoping.
I keep driving.
Keep on trucking up the way. You pass through Ventura pretty uneventfully. You're now on that beautiful stretch of the 101 before you get to Santa Barbara, where you're not really able to see much of the ocean, but you can hear it, right? If you crack the window, you can hear the waves crashing in. And you're driving along, and then you get stuck behind what looks like somebody's garage car VW Beetle that they have put together, and they've got the big knobbly sand tires on it, right? And on the roof there are 3 surfboards, but he's not going very fast. And he's just sitting there going, 55, right? In a 65 plus zone.
Okay.
But just puttering along, occasionally little hiccups and some black smoke comes out, but
Yeah.
it's going. And he does not seem to be doing the kind thing and using a turnout to let traffic pass.
Yeah. Is this a 2-lane highway, I assume?
Yeah, through
Okay.
here.
And is it windy or can I kind of see past?
It's not super windy.
Okay.
There are occasional dips, but it's not like a mountain, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's more like, a vaguely gentle curves as it sort of follows right along the waterline.
Yeah. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is, we are starting to approach a turnout, and I like honk twice, just like politely, just like beep beep, up. Turn off, please.
Flash your hiding.
Anathema to Californians.
Oh, I know.
I know.
Listen,
That's so great.
listen. I think my head, because I didn't grow up in California, my headcanon for Ronnie, headcanon?
Yeah.
Sure.
Your canon.
My canon for Ronnie
Yeah.
I mean, it starts in your head.
Yeah, there you
is
go.
that their parents were not from Pacifica.
Mm.
And so they didn't really grow up with much of the culture, is my thinking. So they
Sure.
don't know a whole lot. Which it makes up for
No.
me not knowing a whole lot.
But I absolutely love it. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's just hilarious, though. Possibly one of the most Californian iconic vehicles
Yeah.
that you're like, meh, get out of the way. That's
May as well be
pretty
saying
good.
it's a Woody.
I mean, it's not that old.
Yeah, I know.
And the driver just kind of reaches an arm out and is like,
I reach an arm
Like-
out and go like this.
but just kind of keeps puttering along, right? Just not going for
All
it.
right. I think I'm gonna. If you're breaking the law, don't break the law. However, this motherfucker is slow as hell.
In fact, they slow down a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like, not put on the brakes, but just let off the gas a little.
no, that's fair. Okay.
I think you
Um,
pissed them off.
No, I couldn't tell.
I mean, you could try and go around them.
That was my thinking.
It's not heavy traffic at this point.
Yeah, as long as it shouldn't look like. Listen, this is what you get for letting me drive. This shouldn't happen. Ronnie, I think, is going to try and pass them, cross the double yellow.
All right. Let's do
Let's do a drive check.
agility
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 gear points. for the
2
van.
gear. Okay. All right. I got 1-6.
Yay.
Okay. So you wait for your moment, right? You wait for there to be a straight enough stretch.
Mhm.
You don't see any headlights coming the other way, and you pull out and punch it and get around him.
Yeah.
As you get up next to the side, there's just big, like, spray painted, but nicely spray painted on letters on the side of the VW that just say Lance. And there's this dude that's sitting there, and he's got like a Hawaiian shirt on, and he's got like the puka shell necklace.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
yeah.
he's like got sunglasses on, but they're kind of here,
Yeah.
and he's just driving along, and you can see that he's got like a big old, just grody cigar that he's got in his mouth, and occasionally you can just see it because it kind of lights up his features with when he sucks in a little bit, and the red of the glow kind of lights up his face, and he kind of looks at you like clearly he's like, "What are you doing?" Like.
I
Yeah.
fully ignore him. I'm just like, whatever, and I get back over and
And you get on in front of him, and he kind of like flashes the headlights a couple times, like, but
oh well.
You're able to
keep my
pull away.
dust. Yeah.
I feel like I'm waking up at this point. Like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
yeah, the car moved a little bit.
Yeah. There was some
Yeah.
acceleration.
The
happening.
polite honking. I'm like,
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
The doctor's making friends on the road.
That fully snort.
And out the back window, you
Yeah.
see like the couple of flashes
Yeah.
from this other vehicle. You can't really make out what kind it is
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay. Maybe maybe not drawing attention to us. I know I'm not usually the one to say such a thing, but like, yeah.
It was a calculated risk. We're good now.
They were driving very slow.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Okay,
you. Yeah,
come
we're driving really slow.
Okay, well, maybe someone else should take a turn driving.
Oh, and I still got an hour or two in me. Let's get a little ways ahead of this guy, and then we can take a.
Okay,
I'll be fine.
all right. I'm gonna there's like a cooler in the back,
Sure.
so I'm gonna pull out some Mountain Dews.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sick.
Do you want one?
I would love one.
Okay.
I'll have
Code
one.
red or the regular?
Let's go regular if I'm gonna be, yeah.
I don't know if code red is. in there.
It's not, but it
Okay.
is now.
Okay, it is.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
fine.
Oh.
No, I can hold it.
Oh. Yeah, there. One of the
I'm
grape.
just joking.
Oh.
Please take this.
Okay.
So you guys are cruising along.
So Cassie's missed all the discussion of the military such things.
Oh yeah.
So Ronnie,
Mm-hmm.
couldn't help but notice that you really don't want to get near the Marine Guards.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys have center after you. I've got the military after me, which not the biggest surprise, I suppose, but military and center are, well, center basically runs the military at this point, so
Mhm.
technically we all have center after us. I just have it a little more convoluted. Military is more likely to recognize me.
I see. Like a pain on your face too?
I'd prefer if you did.
Okay. Good idea. I'm trying to lighten the mood. It's very tense in here.
There were airships, drone ships,
Oh.
going towards Los Angeles.
Big ones.
Oh.
The kind that they deploy into more active action.
Did someone else attack after we did? I mean,
I would hope that that's what that is, because if they're deploying ships that big because of something you guys did, then you guys did something more than what you intended. And yeah.
I mean, we just shut down one tower, and we did some damage. We didn't even bring the thing down.
I mean, shutting down a tower.
It's a pain in the ass, but but they wouldn't send in like 2 massive military ships for like annoying the shit out of people.
I mean, would I know that if you shut down a tower, like it could potentially disconnect people and like
100%.
Yeah, we know.
violently rip them out of the neuroscape and cause
Yeah.
mental damage? Yeah. I think I say, well,
I mean, to be fair, there are some safeguards.
yeah.
Right?
Like
And it's different, like, if the server disconnects than if somebody just rips it off your head.
yeah.
So the chances of, like, you guys didn't horribly injure tons of people through this act, but, like, there still can be some repercussions for sure.
Sure.
But
Okay.
it's not quite the same as, like, oh, you're happily in the neuroscape and I pulled
And then
you out.
someone, it's then you pull the plug for sure.
It's
Yeah.
more like a bunch of people got a notice. Like
Like
oh,
the-
it seemed like it goes to a black screen with just font
Yeah.
for really quickly and is like, hey, seems like there's been an interruption in your service. You're going to be disconnected in the, and it does a safe countdown kind of a thing.
Got it.
That doesn't help the people that are wildly addicted to the neuroscape,
Of course.
that are now very upset and in their squalid apartment that hasn't been cleaned in weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, because Cassie wouldn't have done it if it was like,
Yeah.
like that wouldn't be. She wants to wake people up and bring them into the neuroscape. And her,
She don't want to
yeah.
like injure them.
But she doesn't want to injure them. She
For
really wants
sure.
to like help and wake them up.
Yeah.
So
I think Ronnie's like, I mean, I don't even think them noticing me, which shouldn't have happened, would cause 2 big ships to get sent into LA. So either y'all tripped something or disconnected something that was way more important than you realized, or something else happened at the same time / right after. I mean, I'm sure something about it'll be on the news.
Yeah, Kilo, are you saying anything about it? It couldn't have just been our tower. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
Okay.
I would like to go digging.
Let's go. So, in this case... Hang on. I need to get to the right page so I keep remembering those stats. Or I need to write them down somewhere. Unless they're on here.
Processor, network,
Processor
graphics.
network. Yeah.
That's right. They are on here.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you, Freeleague. You guys make some of the best GM screens. I just have to trust that I can find the information. And then it's there. So in this case, it's going to be a processor plus wits, because you're sorting through data.
Yeah. With no longer having the negative one.
Correct.
No. No sixes.
No successes.
Oof.
Do you have any ones?
I do.
On your gear or on your...
On my gear.
Okay. So you start looking and you get some basic news reports about it, right? Like the same things that you saw about there's some roadblocks and they're pursuing some suspects and that kind of thing. As you try and dig a little deeper to see what else might be happening, that kind of stuff, you encounter active resistance.
Cool.
Right? Like there are agents of some kind that are attempting to prevent people from learning more, right?
Cool.
And you manage to get out of that situation, but you can immediately feel that something has gone wrong in your headset, right? Like there was some kind of software running that was trying to keep you from leaving, and the only way you got out in time was by having the processor be degraded by a point.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ha 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 ha. I think that Kilo, again, those like optical lights dim, and then where before when they like woke up because they were being shifted, it was like kind of fast. This was like no lights, bright lights. We're not doing that again.
You good?
This information is apparently quite dangerous to know, and I would like to avoid being perceived like that again. Thank you.
Heard. All right. Well, let's just hope that it wasn't you two or me. I don't think it was.
I mean, we tried to cover our tracks pretty well. They shouldn't have been able to identify us like that quickly, I don't think. I thought we were careful. And Cassie's usually very confident, even if it's like fake confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that she's like kind of quiet and scared seeming right now is kind of a big deal.
Here's an out of question character for Cassie.
Yeah.
Has Cassie had trouble with the law before?
Probably like small things. Like I feel like she's like an activist and who's like maybe been arrested at protests and stuff like that, but not for anything seriously criminal, and probably not actually ever having to go to trial for anything. She's probably she's probably like spent a day in lockup and then been
And got like a
released.
misdemeanor
Yeah, or
citation
something like
whatever.
that.
Sure. Okay.
So like the idea of actual like military stuff, like people after her, is not something that she's like.
No.
Yeah, it's not a thing she's used to. I mean, she, on some level, she knew that probably would happen, but not to this extent. Like 2 full carriers, like that's a.
Well, they're
lot.
not like aircraft carriers. They're more like football field size, not giant skyscraper size.
Only a
Only
football
football
field.
field,
Okay,
yeah.
With
that,
big guns that have, bombs that can just target people. Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
But there's a difference. I would rather have a destroyer trying to kill me than a whole aircraft carrier.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, great.
I think the metric is lost on people that are this small potatoes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like...
It does feel very much like a giant boot hovering, but
Yeah. Yeah, fine. Anyway.
it's cool. I just wanted to know, like, if you have a record.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and nothing probably that would be like permanent or something. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I
But
probably,
I mean, the idea that you may have been escorted out of protests, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Cool.
But this was her first big, like, stand for
Absolutely.
humanity.
Yes. Step right into felony territory.
Going
Let's go.
well.
Yeah.
Going so well.
I helped. I held the door open.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a word for that. It's called abetting.
What?
Yeah, betting.
But cool. You guys tootle up the road another hour. Just as you're kind of coming over that last rise before you dip down into Santa Barbara, right there, like right over the city, there is a massive flying drone ship, right? Not a military one. This one is a huge, probably 200-foot wingspan drone that looks like a California condor.
God damn it.
And it is just hovering there with, like, it's got floodlights on itself to light it up at
Yeah.
night. And as soon as you get close enough, it animates, right? Like, as soon as the car comes over the hill, it kind of does a big flappy wing thing. And kind of, it's just sort of like it hovers around the city and kind of does slow circles over Santa Barbara.
That's deeply unsettling.
I mean, that's definitely not military, right?
No.
No. Still kind of something.
I thought those things were extinct anyway.
The drones?
No,
No, the condor.
the condors.
That's just a big bird. I don't...
It's a species of, I believe, raptor.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. They're not doing well in the surviving part currently.
So we did what we always do. Make it worse.
Yeah, okay.
it's functionally large enough that, like, it casts a shade over the city during the day, wherever it happens to be over and over.
That's terrifying.
That's gotta be hell on people's, like,
Psyche.
yeah. Like, can you imagine? Oh,
Prey instinct.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, ee.
And they're not super attractive birds.
No.
At all. Like, it's not, oh, look at the beautiful
They're
giant bird.
vultures.
No, it's just a big, ugly,
Yeah.
naked head.
Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
I personally love them, but
Yes.
Kilo is like
Ooh.
very not down with this.
But you get towards the edge of the city, and you start seeing some, like, roadside billboards. Come and see the Santa Barbara Zoo with our endangered condor exhibit. And it's some kind of an ad campaign.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't take a lot to realize, like, it's probably the very wealthy people in the Santa Barbara area that funded this thing as an ad for the zoo to get
Yeah.
tourism to stop here. Kind of a deal. The city itself, you see lights on in the homes and businesses that you can kind of see, but it seems like a lot of the businesses, at least that you can see from the highway, are closed already. Like, it's 7:30 at night, you know, and most of them seem like they've shut up for the night.
Yeah. I mean, we could stop for dinner and then switch drivers.
Ooh, yeah, dinner sounds good.
Yeah. Gotta fuel up. Well, the two of us do. I assume you also need to. I just not in this form.
That's what IVs are for.
Hey, okay. I
No.
grow more concerned every time I hear about
That's
the body.
an out of character question for you.
Yeah.
Do you log out of the headset and you're just in a room and you don't know where you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like a hospital room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's a room you cannot leave.
Yeah.
But cool.
Nondescript, no windows.
Yeah. That's fine.
Hey.
Everything's fine.
Everything's good. You do not know where your body is, and you are trapped somewhere.
I'm not trapped. I'm right here with you. It's fine.
Oh God. Oh Lordy. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. Oh buddy. I think I take us, and I think I just find like a cheap diner or something for us to rock
Sure.
up to.
Delicious.
Yeah.
You know what you can find in Santa Barbara?
Mexican food.
Well, that's true.
Really
Also,
good Mexican food.
I was going to say it's also the home of the Habit.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's where it started.
That's right.
The what?
The
Habit, the burger joint.
Oh, I passed one of those.
They're
when I
real
come
good.
here. Okay.
Also, one of my favorite Mexican restaurants is in Santa Barbara.
Right on.
Yeah.
I should try Habit Burger eventually. All right. I stopped by probably. I polled the group, which Cassie isn't here, but I polled the group. All right. Mexican or burgers?
I'll have the condor.
Well,
Just blocking out the stars.
Yeah.
great. You know what? You and that condor can duke it out,
And
I guess.
he's staring at this condor. It is on site, but the scale difference is quite drastic.
It's like a little guy, a little ant being like, "I'm gonna kill you." Cassie, burgers or Mexican?
I'd like a margarita.
All right, I'd go to a Mexican place.
There you go. You pull in. What does this Mexican restaurant
the
look like?
name of it. The one I'm thinking of is like part of the college town area. It is
Okay.
It is like a dumpy walk up order window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's-
So less of a sit-down place and more of a
Yeah, I'm sure there are sit down places
stand.
though.
I
Yeah.
feel like they have and they've got the outdoor tables.
Yes. Yeah.
with like the hole in the middle for the umbrellas that aren't there.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the condor.
Yeah.
Why do you need umbrellas?
Yeah, you just
Real-
have the condor hover over you.
Yeah.
I'm sure the plant life here loves this.
All right.
So you get to this
Mhm.
little taco stand kind
Yeah.
of a place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pull up, park. I get out. All right. Let's see.
In the parking lot, there's one car that's parked
Okay.
kind of way in the back, right? Safe to assume probably an employee.
Yeah.
And then there are 3, looks like either late high school, early college kids that came obviously on bikes. Like they've got 3 bikes kind of leaning up against
Mhm.
the side of a table
Mhm.
that are sitting there eating
Yeah.
at a table already.
Cool. All right. I'm gonna get myself some food. Should I order for both? Should you grab a table? I'll what do you want?
Just whatever you're having, I'll have one too.
All right.
Or just get a whole smattering of lots of different tacos. We'll just
Yeah. No, that sounds good. I
and
go up and
margarita.
of course. I go up and order. Wait, you're driving.
It's only one margarita.
Okay.
I have plenty of Mountain Dew to kind of counteract. It'll be fine.
Not how that works, but you know what? I got in the car. I accepted the consequences. I go up and order a smattering of tacos, a margarita, and an orange Fanta.
Yes.
All right.
No orange whip, orange Fanta. Love orange whip.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever had one, but I've seen them around.
Mhm.
It's as close as we can get to an Orange Julius anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and while they're ordering, I'm going to go and like strike up a conversation with the college kids who are sitting there.
Okay.
Just be like, "Hi, Hello. Do you go to college here?
And like 2 of them have like half a taco in their mouth,
Yeah.
and the other one's like, "Yeah, what's up?"
So, like, we're passing through. What are some things we absolutely have to see?
I mean, you saw the big one already.
I mean, yeah, that's hard to miss.
Yeah, you did it.
That's just that.
I mean, there's the beach
Mm-hmm.
and the ocean's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the ocean is cool. Okay.
I mean, what? It's kind of a small town.
It is. Yeah, that's why I was asking if maybe there was like better place to eat or like
This place is really good.
oh, okay, great. Hotels, places to crash.
There's a bunch of expensive hotels down by the beach.
Do I look like I can afford an expensive hotel with
Well,
my
look,
van?
lady, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it's nice of you not to assume. I appreciate that. That's nice. That's kind of you.
I don't stay in hotels here very often. I live on campus.
And you have no activities that would ever require hotels. Okay, that's fine. All right. Thank you so much for your help.
And the
Yeah.
one guy finishes his bite and he's like, "There's a couple of motels up the road a ways."
Okay. Perfect. Great. Awesome. Okay.
And the other guy's like, "Just shut up." It's weird.
Cassie, I got food.
Great.
Did you get out of the car?
Yeah, I think that Kilo is awkwardly loitering near this conversation that Cassie is having.
Good.
Just like standing there kind of looming, listening, waiting for her to turn away.
100%. 2 of them clock you,
Hmm.
right? They're like, and the one is the guy that assumed you wanted a nice hotel
Mhm.
because you have a drone
Oh, yeah.
that's like following you around.
Yeah.
Got out of your car and is like waiting on you.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, okay, have fun. We don't get a lot of people up here on a weeknight.
Well, we were trying to avoid the traffic. Or can I roll like talk or something to make them not so suspicious of me? I really just was
Absolutely.
going to be just a very outgoing like.
You
Like-
can roll an empathy.
Okay. And I have speaker.
Oh.
Oh,
I need more dice. I guess I'll just use these because it doesn't matter. Okay.
okay.
So yeah, and she
You're not
really
using
like
any
did,
equipment in this game.
no, and like the goal. I don't think I like did it well with the role playing, but like my goal wasn't to like get information. I literally was just coming to talk to people because I like talking to
Just
people.
chat with them.
Yeah.
That's totally
Because
fine.
that's like the first step to converting
They
them.
were just
Yeah.
a little.
Oh my
weird.
This
God.
is literally why I'm like looming and watching. He's like, okay, so when is she gonna pitch?
Yeah,
Make sure.
It's not that
This
I
is
didn't
my
get
zoo.
that you were just
Yeah.
having a talk. It was very much more like
they were
they were a
awkward.
little off put by like random people getting out of a van
Okay.
Be
on
like,
a
hello.
weeknight and
Yeah.
being like, "Hi, tell me about things that you like."
Yeah. I have 1-6, but I also
Yeah.
have a 1.
Okay.
Do this like counteract or anything? Okay.
In this case, the one's not going to hurt you.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Again, it's not like I was just like, "Hello, I'm a friendly human person."
Sure. And you can see that like you sit there talking with them for a couple of minutes
Mhm.
while we were waiting on the food to come out, and they warm up
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay.
So they're not like, "Please leave us alone."
Yeah, yeah.
They're like, "Oh yeah, okay. Well, you came up a little early. That's cool."
Yeah, yeah. The condor was a big surprise, though.
Oh,
Like,
you
how
haven't
long
been up
has
there
that?
before?
No, like how long has that been there?
Oh, it's probably been 3 or 4 years now.
Wow.
I think they got a bunch of money from like Michael Jackson. That's what people say.
Really? That's wild. Like, does he just really love condors at the zoo specifically?
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I heard he really has a lot of animals, so maybe that's a thing. I don't know.
You know, I remember seeing those videos where he had a chimpanzee.
Yeah. And he's like a whole zoo, I think, or something.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean, if I had that much money, that'd be great.
Sure.
Yeah. So this is like it. This is just like weird, like fun, just chit chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And they are receptive to that
Okay.
over time.
Okay. Awesome. Well, it was super nice to meet you all. I think our food's ready.
Here's a kind of convenient image of a crashed version of one of the drone ships.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is
They're
terrifying.
frightening. They're frightening.
That is really. I know you said it doesn't look like
There.
a battleship, but it does. I don't know much about battleships.
Well, it's
But
not like an aircraft carrier.
okay, yeah,
specifically.
it looks like a
It's-
giant battleship.
Very
with-
much a battleship, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, submarine
It's
with a gun on the
Yeah,
top.
it's a submarine with one of
Hovering
those
submarine.
the evil Empire droid
Yes.
on the top, the one that's all the way around that they send to Hoth.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
sitting on top
Interrogation
of-
droid.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the spy
The
droid.
spy droid,
Spy
yeah.
droid,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what's sitting on top of it, but it's big. It's
Yeah.
massive.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
big.
yeah.
Just like, okay.
When you get up,
Mhm.
not walking over to interrupt the conversation,
Mhm.
but like literally just kind of drifting with you as you turn to walk away,
Mhm.
Kilo just says, "You didn't tell them.
No.
Why not?"
It's not quite time. They're not quite ready. Just gotta warm them up a little bit more.
How do you know when someone's ready?
You just feel it. It's like,
Does the egg timer go off?
I know you're joking, but it is sort of like that. You just feel like this little pop. Like when you're talking to them. You just feel they're ready to
Oh,
like
I feel it. I feel a pop right now.
anyway. Big eye roll. like almost like a shove, like almost a shove, but like doesn't. Okay. Like talk to the hound. Okay. Like
Hello, hand.
yes.
Got your margarita, Kathy.
Yeah, I need it. Thank you.
Yep.
Cassie didn't tell them that they're in the neuroscape.
It's in one of those like styrofoam.
Yeah.
Oh
cups.
yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But
Salted
they did
rim
salted rim,
styrofoam.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can chew on the edge.
Yeah, terrifying.
Cassie didn't tell them that we're in the neuroscape.
Yeah, that we're in the neuroscape.
Oh, restraint.
No, they weren't ready.
It takes a while.
You know, like when you cook a turkey and the thing pops out? It didn't pop.
Okay. Every conversation I have with either one of you is, I just get more and more concerned. Okay.
Have a margarita.
I no, thank you. No, thank you. I like visibly consider getting. I'm like, no. If I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna get my own margarita. I got my orange soda. I'm happy with that, and all the tacos.
I know it's hard not understanding how people work, Kilo. But when you're talking to someone, you have to build up some trust before you really like pour the truth on them. And you have to do it in small amounts. Otherwise they get spooked. Changing someone's whole version of reality and what they see it's terrifying and upsetting and emotional.
So it's more like a drip.
Exactly. It's you slowly just give them a little bit more and more until they understand the whole thing and they're ready to have the full truth.
I will certainly learn, listen.
Yeah. I mean, at some point they're gonna, upgrade the game, and then maybe that'll be part of what they do.
Maybe in the upgrades I'll have a better skin.
I mean, yeah. Well, we could definitely get better paint if you want that too.
Oh, you actually would work for this upgrade.
I mean, if you'd like me to, I'd be happy to help. I'm sure we get like XP or something for that.
Fascinating. No, I'm all right, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I like the bumpy shapes.
I like the little birds.
Those are birds.
I mean, like happy little bird, like Bob Ross. I mean, maybe, yeah. And I guess that's probably not part of your programming.
I'm just like eating tacos, fully dissociating.
My favorite pastime.
I'm like listening to this and being like, I will not be interacting with any of that. What the fuck? Just eating my tacos.
Yeah.
You guys get down to your last taco, and you hear what sounds like a gunshot just up the street, like a big pop noise.
Was that the pop?
Kilo stands up and starts to like walk to look.
Sure. You get out to the road, right, and you look down the street, and you see a pair of headlights coming at you.
Get out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to hit you. You're,
Okay.
I'm assuming you didn't. Like,
no, I didn't walk into the street.
Yeah. But there's a pair of headlights coming down the road, and there's no other traffic on this road.
Is it a car? What was that?
I don't know. It might have been a car backfiring, or it could have been a gun.
Kilo's gonna find something to stand behind with visibility to maybe see what's driving past.
Yeah, you're able to get behind something solid or something just visually block you.
Like, I wouldn't mind standing behind a bush.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of some of those like spiky native plants
Yeah.
that I'm not even quite sure what they are. Like they're not like a yucca bush, but you know,
Yeah, the
something.
big agaves.
Yeah, that
yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
You get behind it and you're able to see, and this pair of headlights gets closer and closer, and then as it starts to turn, you see it's a smoke bellowing VW bug.
Nice.
Fuck.
Nice.
Fuck.
This guy.
That's coming in and turning in here, and you see Lance on the side.
He's like the snail that if it touches you, it dies.
Yeah.
He's been chasing us.
But he turns in, and like you see, like as he's turning into the parking lot, he makes eye contact with the van. Right?
Nice.
And he's like, "What the?" Like, because his window's down, right?
Yeah. He's not subtle.
And he's like, "Rrr," and he like pulls in and parks right next to the van.
Oh, good.
Kilo
Okay.
walks straight back to the table. Doesn't even look at Cassie. Just walks really uncomfortably close next to Ronnie. Your friend you made on the road is here. Lance.
Fuck. Okay. Get in the car. I'll handle it. I'm assuming he's coming up to us.
Well, he gets out of the car and like he starts walking over, and it doesn't seem like he actually got a real good look at any of you in particular.
Cool.
Oh, so he doesn't know it's us. Yeah.
So he walks up and kind of like stands between the college guys and you all at the table, and he's like, "Man, some people don't know how to share the road, man."
Yeah, they don't sometimes.
Right?
Right.
And so like he immediately takes that to mean like you agree with him,
Yeah.
and he turns
I
towards
was
the three
asleep.
college
I
kids,
probably did.
and he's like, "You dudes need to chill out, man. Like we're all just up here to enjoy the ocean."
Get in the car. Get in the car.
And you can see the three of them are like, "What?"
Dude,
And like
what?
one guy starts responding.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
I come up I'm like, dude, chill out. Yeah. They're just college kids.
Well, they should learn, man. You'd cause a wreck.
Learn how to drive. Got it. All right.
Slow down, man. Enjoy the ride.
Are those your surfboards?
Yeah.
Wait,
I come up here and surf.
I was talking with the kids here about surfing. They were telling me that there's some really awesome spots near here.
Yeah.
Also, have you seen the condor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's Angus.
That's Angus?
Angus.
You're on first name basis with the condor.
Well, yeah. During the day, Angus makes announcements sometimes.
Oh,
About
that's
what?
horrifying.
Just, you know, hey, the zoo's not too busy right now. Come on down. And sometimes Angus even gives surf reports. It's pretty awesome.
Huh.
Fascinating.
All right.
Your car's backfiring is very loud. And then immediately Kilo starts to walk towards the van.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you know, it's got an old carbureted engine. Sometimes it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really a mechanic. I'm just like surfing.
That is apparent.
I have never actually been surfing, but it looks like something I would really like.
Well, anytime, man. Come on the beach.
I'm walking up to the car and I'm like, we should go.
Yeah. This is Cassie very carefully trying to defuse a situation. Like
Okay.
being just kind of charming and like, wow, I'm so complimentary of this hobby you have that I'm absolutely totally interested in right now. So yeah.
Sure. He's... At first, it felt like he might have been pissed, but it's like he doesn't have the energy to be pissed.
Oh,
Right?
Got it.
He's
We love
like,
that. We love that.
he had his rant and he's spent.
Okay.
Right? Like, that's about all. He's like, well, it's weird that you guys would know where to find this taco shop, man. These are great tacos.
They are really great. And the margarita is really great too.
Oh, I don't drink
Oh, I see. Well,
alcohol and stuff, man. This body's a temple.
yes.
That's
with
the
like
cigars.
nicotine stained fingers.
Yeah.
Cassie.
Coming.
Okay.
Well, have a wonderful night. Enjoy the tacos.
Well,
The asada was fantastic. So good.
just if you ever want to go surfing, man, down on the beach in the morning, there's a shack down there that rents headsets. It's great.
And Cassie just has like this like sort of disappointed look on her face. Oh, yeah. But maybe we have to make some miles up. We took a little bit too long at dinner. You know how that is.
Oh,
But we'll see.
From all of the consuming of alcohol. That
One
waylaid us.
margarita, and I have Mountain Dew to counteract like the caffeine. It's fine.
Again, not how that works.
Anyway, have a lovely night, everyone. Enjoy, and good waves to you in the morning, or whatever you say.
be cool out there.
Yeah. Sorry about my friends driving. I'll make sure they're safer.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, man.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, I'm always okay.
Okay.
It's good. And like you can see, he just kind of like raises a hand, and the person in the shop
Yeah.
just starts putting some stuff on a tray.
Okay. All right. So like, click.
You're very nice to that man.
Well, yeah. How do we make an enemy already? I was asleep for like an hour and a half.
Oh, I make enemies every day.
Yes, I know you. But generally, when we haven't stopped anywhere, I don't expect there to be new enemies.
You're not trying hard enough then.
As you guys are pulling out, he has produced a little set of bongos, and he's just bongoing out
This
the
guy.
table.
I've met this guy.
Who is this man and like why?
Cassie's like kind of like rocking out, vibing.
You sure you don't want to? No, you need to. Never mind.
Yeah.
Surf will be up in the morning.
I don't swim. I drive.
Really? You can't swim?
I can't swim. I just I don't surf, and I have no desire to learn at the moment.
Oh.
So certainly not with Lance.
And we're back on the road.
Yeah.
How broad is everyone's experience with music?
Like us as people or
Like
the
your characters.
Yep. I feel like Cassie has lots of phases she's been through in life.
Sounds right.
So it's like she had her like metal phase probably. She's had her grunge phase. She's gone through those. I feel like she's in her Alanis phase right now because here didn't have it. But,
As you were driving away, he is bongoing out "Rooster" by Alice in Chains.
Nice.
Just, and at first it took you a while to process what it was because it's not very good.
No.
Like he's not performing it well.
No.
Oh god.
But he's just having a good time. And like the college kids there are like, yeah, man, like they're into it.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Because he's a regular.
Yeah. That's wild.
Amazing.
Fascinating.
The first con-generated NPC.
Oh, Lance.
Ah,
Good work.
nice.
Good work.
So, you guys are back on the road.
Yeah.
You get on the highway, and traffic is like noticeably different than our real world,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even at this hour, going up and down 101 is going to have people. This is very low traffic.
Oh.
You've gotten out of the populated immediate zone around the LA Metroplex, and now it feels very empty, right? There's maybe one other car coming the other direction every 15 minutes,
Okay.
right? Like, it's very, very empty out here, especially as you get out of Santa Barbara itself,
Mhm.
Okay.
which doesn't take very long. Like,
It's not a big town.
Yeah. But you're cruising along. And
Goodbye, Angus.
Adios, Angus.
Did you want to switch drivers,
Yes.
Ronnie? Okay.
Yes.
All right. At some point, we'll pull off
sure.
and
Switch and.
yeah.
With the low volume of traffic, you could probably stop right in the middle of a lane. And
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
But yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Probably
munching
not a
on.
good idea to do that.
No. Yeah. I'm drinking like full on drinking Mountain Dew and munching on jelly beans. Ron,
Nice.
we're gonna get jelly beans like as we're driving.
You get up the road a ways, and you can see that there's like some of those brown signs for the state beaches,
Mhm.
right? Gaviota and whatever else is up that way.
Yeah.
And you get to a spot where there looks like there is like a beachside motel that is actually open, like it has lights on.
Mm.
You've passed a couple that look like they've been abandoned,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
But yeah, it's a place to stop. If you guys were discussing stopping for the night,
Mm-hmm.
it would make sense that there's still at least one up here.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can keep driving. I'm not.
I mean, I'm down to stop. I'm down to keep driving.
I mean, we both had a little bit of sleep today, but
Mhm.
none of us have had like a full night's sleep. Like, are you going to be able to sleep? I mean, this is my home. I can sleep anywhere. But are you going to be able to sleep well enough while we're driving to then take your shifts?
I should be able to. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're gonna pass on
Okay.
getting a hotel room then,
Totally fine.
because
I'm-
especially after the drone thing, I think that Cassie's like spooked.
I'm going to disconnect for a little while then
Mm-hmm.
and sleep.
Okay.
You can keep painting if you want.
Well, I'm driving right now. Do you want to take a turn, Ronnie?
You know what? Sure. I'm gonna. If there's a part of you that is unpainted, I think
Plenty.
I'm gonna. What do I paint? What do I paint? I think I just paint like I think on the back of your head I paint "kick me" in like
Yes!
small letters.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's not like big letters, but it is like if you're rocking right behind you can see it. It says "kick me."
Like right up on the top of
Yeah,
the back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I draw like a little yellow smiley face somewhere and like you know, a bunch of stupid little like doodles.
Nice.
It's kind of the thing. And then I get tired to go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah,
the S design.
that very 90s,
Yeah.
almost infinity, sometimes referred to as the Stussy. Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we had that when I was in school
'Cause
too.
it
Like
will never die.
it's never
No.
gonna die. I figured out how to make a braid out of that design.
Oh.
You can add a third thing and it braids.
That's
Secret
cool.
third thing.
Yeah.
Braiding.
Yeah, sure.
So you get up the road a ways, and
And I'm the only one who's awake at this point, right? You think you're asleep? You're
I've disconnected.
disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
you're taking a nap, or did you guys swap?
We
We
swapped.
swapped.
I'm,
That's why we
I'm-
pulled over,
so
and now
you're-
I'm driving.
Oh, I thought it was swapped the other way. I'm sorry.
No.
My
Yeah.
bad.
They drove us out of town.
Cool. You are driving.
Yes.
You get to the spot where the 101 turns
Mhm.
inland and
Yeah.
goes up over that rise, and it actually gets surprisingly windy for a little minute there. You get up over that spot, and kind of out of nowhere, it's gotten a little cloudier
Mhm.
at night here, but out of nowhere, suddenly the road is just like brightly lit.
Oh,
I don't
Like-
that. Mm-mm.
hiss.
In fact, everything around you is brightly lit, like looks like daytime.
Mm-hmm.
And seconds later,
We fucked up.
you hear like a rumbling noise,
Mm-hmm.
right? Kind of get to the car.
We fucked up.
And
We're gonna die. We're gonna die.
looking around, eventually you see from behind the hills off to your left, you see like the lit torch of a rocket going up.
Oh, okay.
And it's doing its thing.
Okay.
Like a
But
full space rocket.
Yeah, like a full-on Piers of space rocket
Okay.
going to do its thing.
Damn.
I feel like I probably did like a little swerve thing when the lights
Sure.
burst. It was like, okay.
But like it's
Ugh.
weirdly bright. Because like the light
Yeah.
diffuses through the cloud and it's just like, oh,
Okay.
you can see there's like a coyote on the side of the road that's like, what the
Yeah, that coyote is all of us.
Also
The
me.
tail under the
Mhm.
under the butt,
Mhm.
just like
I'm dead, I'm dead.
Okay. All right. I mean,
You
you're
good? You
still
good?
powered off.
I fully have woken up.
Okay.
Like, are we made? What's going on?
No, I thought for a minute, but I think there's a big rocket up there. I think it's just like the fire stuff from the rocket.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh my god. Fuck. Okay. All
Okay.
right, we're good.
I maybe had too much Mountain Dew. Okay. Whew, super tense. Okay, my heart's going real fast. Okay.
All right. Just, if you need a break, let me know.
No, I am wide awake. Super wide awake.
Fair. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
Good luck
Holy
with that.
shit. I roll over and try to go back to bed.
Like kind of like awkward pauses. Like, you don't think we accidentally hurt anyone, do you?
I doubt it.
The whole point was to help the people and to like wake them up. I didn't want to actually hurt anybody, and we planned it really carefully. So like, just the tower would get damaged. I didn't want to hurt anybody.
I get up and I think I like maneuver my way over and put my hand on your shoulder. I'm like, I doubt you hurt anyone.
Okay.
And whatever those ships were that were going into LA, if it was you/us that caused that, then it wasn't intentional.
I really want to help people. Like, everything is
Fucked.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, different methods, but I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to help people.
Yeah. I mean, you're a doctor. You know, helping people, like, it's like the most important thing.
Yeah. I doubt that anyone got seriously injured by what you did.
I mean, I know they'd all be super pissed, but that's part of like
Well, yeah.
the process.
Pissing someone off is not going, like, that's just how life works.
And sometimes it takes that to like get people to pay attention and like realize what's important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. You can go ahead and go back.
You're
to sleep.
fine. No, you technically just committed an act of terrorism. It's I would be concerned if you didn't have this kind of reaction.
And you also did something that.
Yeah, I tried to expose military secrets that aren't, and then almost got killed, and now I've been on the run for a while. So that's
Oh.
yeah, it's not even that big of a military secret. It's kind
Well,
of
what is the military secret?
that center, that the military is basically Center's goon squad,
Oh.
which like kind of.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, I had evidence of it, and I was gonna do a whole thing. I was gonna send it to the news and expose them for their corruption, and then I fucked up and sent it to a place that Center actually owned, through a shell company, and then
You replied all.
sure, equivalent, yeah. And yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You're a crusader too. We're doing it, and it's amazing that you had the courage to do that. That's really important.
Thanks. It kind of ruined my life, but I appreciate yeah, thank you. Definitely don't call me a crusader. That does not make me feel good. But everything else definitely appreciate. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back to bed. Let me know if you need anything.
Yeah. Whew. That night was scary. Okay.
Really was. I go back and curl
And
up.
it's back to looking like night outside.
Okay.
No, yeah. And there's really no lights along this section, so it's just your headlights illuminating those reflective bumps.
Yeah.
But you get up over the pass, and going back to sleep is a little hard because this
Yeah.
whole stretch is the car is rocking back and forth because vans are not known for their tight suspension.
Yeah, I
So
attempt. It does not.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, you can absolutely get back to sleep. I'm not saying it's that terrible, but it's just a little more problematic than the highway cruising.
Sure.
You get up over the hill, and you're coming up. Like in the distance, you can see lights,
Mm-hmm.
like lighting up a section of freeway with what looks there's like an overpass,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there's a bunch of lights. I mean, this is still a ways out, up there.
Like lights aimed down at the road.
Yeah, like it's
Okay.
lighting up the road, and you can see there's other vehicles and stuff up there, kind of, but you don't see brake lights. You just see like looks like vehicles.
Huh.
Like, roll just.
I don't know.
Well, no, roll a wits.
Okay.
Just a wits. And this isn't
No sixes.
okay. So you can tell that there's stuff on the road out there, but you can't really tell
Okay.
like makes and models or anything. You're not that close yet.
No. Also, that is not my thing. Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of lights up ahead and like
Okay.
cars and things, and I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shake Kilo.
What?
There's we might be coming up against something. There's lights up
Things.
ahead.
There's things up there.
Just yeah.
Can you like scan or something?
I look with my eyes.
Sure.
Kilo. I don't know if Kilo has scanning capabilities.
Kilo very slowly gets up. Sorry. Where were we?
We're driving, and like there's see the overpass, with all the lights and all the cars and stuff.
Oh. And Kilo, like, very disinterestedly goes up to the front and just kind of looks.
Yeah. Also. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you slowing down?
Not noticeably. Like I'm not putting brake lights on. It's the thing where you see the cop car and you realize if you hit your brakes, they're gonna notice how fast you're going.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you just pull your foot off the gas and
Yeah.
kind of slow
Sure,
down just slightly.
It's fine. But go ahead. If you're looking out the window, you can make a wits and
All
see
right.
what you can see.
All right. I got a 6.
I got a 1 with no successes, but no equipment, so.
Yeah, but we're not in a like. It's not
Yeah.
a situation where you're going to get hurt by this because you're just observing something at a distance. With a 6, you're able to see that there's like it looks like a bunch of like semi trucks, and you can tell that like the one in the very left lane, like the road widens out there to like it goes from being like a 2-lane little bit to like 3 lanes each direction, right? As you kind of get into this valley. And the first lane has what looks like a truck with like a container on the back. And it's like parked there. No lights on the truck, just floodlights that are kind of shining on this area. And then there's this overpass, and you can tell that there's like there's 2 more trucks that are parked in such a way that they are blocking the road and forcing traffic off the off-ramp to get on this other road. Right?
Interesting.
But that's what you can see from here. You can see that there's like some stuff painted on the sides of the trucks.
Okay.
But you can't really read it from here. You're too.
All right.
Does the government
Where-
have like weaponized semi-trucks?
They have everything.
Where are we, relatively?
Looking on the map, you are up above. If you follow the 101 up to where it turns inland and goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
So we're south of
30?
Paso Robles?
Oh no, yeah.
No, you're not that high up yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, this breakout, that's right. Ventura, Santa Barbara, here we go.
hang on.
The 154?
So it's the, like,
we'll help you in a second.
Oh, I know. I see where it is. Okay.
Los Olivos.
South of
Los
Santa
Alamos.
Maria?
Yes, south of Santa Maria.
Mm-hmm.
The road that goes off to, I'll give you the hint here, that goes off to Solvang
Yeah.
and Santa Ynez, the Santa Ynez
Yeah,
Valley.
yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the road
Okay.
that is blocked off.
Okay.
For those of you listening to the podcast, we actually have real paper maps that Dave provided that we're all staring at right now. It makes for very good podcasting.
Absolutely.
Love map.
Love maps. Okay.
So that's where you are.
Got
Terrifying.
it. Okay, yeah, I know exactly where we are.
Cool.
Yeah, me too. I've been to Solvang.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only ever been on this road on a motorcycle, actually.
Oh, very different experience.
Yeah, very different. All right.
I don't like being forced off the road.
I don't either. This is giving me trap. I don't know what it would be for, but
I will say with your success, nothing about this looks governmental.
yeah, like this is like a raiders or some kind situation.
Well, I don't know if we want to turn around. That seems.
And you don't see any activity up there. It's just the roadway is blocked.
Not even we can't even like squeeze past on the
Shoulder.
No, it is like they are
Sorry,
angled in
I
such
see
a way that there is no way past
All right.
without getting on the side road. Maybe if you got up on the side road, you can get back down the other side somehow, but you can't see
Alright.
that from here.
I say we can't go back.
No.
All right.
Let's just take the exit and hope that we don't die.
Do you have any weapons or fortifications?
Oh, me. In the van.
Yes.
I have a club, but like the one for the steering wheel.
That counts.
Yeah, that works.
That is a legit weapon.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I have some cutlery and curling iron.
How big's the cutlery knife? And is it sharper? Is it like a steak knife or is it like a butter knife?
Oh, it's like a steak knife, but
That'll
mean-
do. Not great, but better than nothing, I guess.
I mean, I feel like as the one person here who has absolutely nothing to do with the military, it seems very unfair that it's put up on me to bring weaponry to this event.
You know, yeah, okay.
I don't work for the military.
That's fair. You don't. You
You just know all the
center
things.
is. It's fine. I don't carry a weapon. I went through basic training. I didn't shoot at anyone.
Most people don't.
I feel like right now that's not helpful.
Well, I'll take the club, and worst comes to worst, we'll get the hell out of Dodge.
Okay. So, are we gonna like talk to them or just follow directions or
I have a feeling that people who, if anyone orchestrated the trucks blocking the road, they are not the type that you talk to. They are the type that you hit and run away from.
Or it's a tourist trap.
A literal tourist trap?
Yes.
A literal...
A trap for tourists.
That's the most benign version of this. So I do hope that is what it is. We'll be all right. We just, if worse comes worse, gun it. Just drive.
Okay. Fine. Great. Okay. Wonderful. Well, she like gets out like the steak knife and hands it to Kilo, and then hands like she's gonna like split.
tire
Yeah,
iron.
she's gonna split the club.
Yeah. When you unlock the key.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it hands the bigger part of it to Ronnie, and then keeps the smaller half to herself, like next to her on the seat.
Sure.
Kilo just stands there, not at all menacingly,
little
holding the
guy.
knife right in front of them, like maybe we're in a horror movie for a second, but they're just holding this knife.
All right.
Who gave that crab a knife?
That is definitely the energy of just like, okay, all right.
Cool. So you approach the barricade on the road, and you can see painted on the side of these trucks, now that you've gotten closer, is just a scenic European countryside with a big arrow, and underneath it says "Visit Solvang," and up above there's a bunch of signs that are like, "And don't forget Ostrich Land, USA."
Yay, Ostrich Land!
And there's a life-size painting of an ostrich that's like sideways running.
Oh, I'm so
with like a big
excited.
goofy smile on its beak.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's fully like midnight.
Yeah. But there's lights on to stop people from running into this barricade and dying. But yeah,
I think with the knife, Kilo just points, trap for tourists.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so happy. Okay. Ostrich Land.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep driving.
so you pull off, and as you get up to the top of the off ramp, you can see that the on ramp to continue going north is also barricaded out.
Okay.
So like
Fascinating.
They're
It is
serious.
very much like, do not skip our town. You must come through and
Solvang.
see our town.
At the ostrich farm, where they did not trample each other to death.
Yeah.
Oh no!
This is really what the cars in Cars should have done. It's
Yes.
just blocked
Block the road entirely. You have to come to Radiator Spring.
It would have solved the problem
Very different
very
movie.
early on in the film.
I just need you two to lay here all day. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
The trucks are also sentient.
Park Mac right there. He takes a nap. Sorry, my kid loves it. We watch it like twice a week.
Oh, it's so funny.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So I am cheerfully driving
You're
to
driving on, and you don't
Solvang.
see any other cars out here.
Okay.
You drive on a little ways, and eventually you see there's like a big animated like ostrich sign where like the legs scissor,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? And like an arrow pointing off to the side. And you can actually see that there's like what are obviously like big paddocks, right? You don't see any birds out there at the moment. They're probably like in a barn somewhere for the night or whatever.
Sleep, which is weird.
Yeah, I don't know. But there is a driveway and a sign that's like, "Come on up." And you see that there's a fair number of buildings up at kind of the top of this little hill. And it's a lighted driveway. Like they have little lights on the fence posts that are shining on the driveway.
I mean, it's probably cheaper than the motel.
You know, that's not.
The sign lists like accommodations.
Yeah.
Like it has a whole list of like a cable television, you know, a pool and a hot tub, you know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Sure.
This should be one of your very first indicators that we are not in the Neuroscape. These amenities, I rate them at a 2.
Well, someone's got high standards.
Neuroscape has everything anybody would want, and people definitely want the touristy experience.
They want to see ostriches.
Yes.
And cable television.
Yes. But it is a good opportunity for us maybe to take some time and find out exactly what is happening.
True.
Carefully.
Yes. I mean,
All right. Yeah, I guess we park and get out and go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. You drive up this long driveway. You get up to the top, and there's what looks like the most stereotypical big farmhouse, right?
Aw.
Like big wraparound porch, and it is gorgeous, right? It's in good shape. And then there's a series of like cabins, but not forest cabin vibe, right? Like they're just that size.
So those little like weird beach hut motel sort of things.
Yeah, that kind of a deal, yeah. But they're lined up with the back windows up against like a field with a fence, right?
Nice.
So the fence runs behind these, but they're right up against it. And you can see that there's a couple of other cars that are parked in front of a couple of these, but the majority of them are empty. And you know, there's a little hand-painted sign that says office, pointing into the farmhouse. Kind of a deal.
Sure, I'd go in.
Also a variety of like antique farm equipment just left out places.
The rust, yes,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
A wheel that is attached to nothing, but there's a bit of an axle left. Yes.
Right, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But you get there and you park and you go up to the office part door and it's unlocked. And you open the door and step inside, and it's a well-lit little lobby area. You know, there's like a couple of little couches that people could sit on. And then behind the counter is a drone that is standing there that is painted up to look like an ostrich.
Oh, God.
Oh no, this poor drone.
Oh, good. Oh,
But
good.
is
Hey,
a very...
Your paint job could have been that.
Like, is a very bog standard drone model. Like, they're not very expensive, not very dexterous, not able to accomplish a lot, but is happy to sit on a stool and provide front desk services to people. And like, as the door opens, the drone kind of kicks on and you can see it do that little like, oh, I'm now animated shuffle. And like announces in a voice that's like oddly pitched, right? Like, welcome to Ostrich Land. How are you guys? It's pretty late there. You've been out on the road a while, I bet.
Could we get a room with 2 queens for the night?
Well, I'm afraid I don't have any rooms like that, but I've got one that has one queen-size bed, and then it's got a set of bunk beds for the kids.
That sounds fine.
All right. Where are you in from? And like, it's turned and is like doing something behind the desk, right? But it's still kind of looking at you guys. Like,
I look at you because I don't think I know the cities around here.
Well, I am originally from Riverside.
oh, all the way on the other side of Los Angeles.
Yes. That's a lot of traffic there. That was a lot of people.
Oh, yeah. They don't come up here too much anymore. It's really missing out, I'm telling you. And turns back and, like, produces an old school, like, guest book.
Wow,
Okay.
we get a
Right?
logbook. All right.
Damn.
And opens it up and lays it out and then, like, turns a little pen in a little well around. And then reaches the other side and gets, like, a key on a little dangly keychain. Just sign your names right here. It's going to be, $112 for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely signed like a fake name.
He doesn't seem to be checking an ID.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah. I just write like, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, all right.
Yes, please, because I was thinking, because I was like, same Ronnie Rhodes, and I was like, Ryan Reynolds. I fully write Ryan
That is
Reynolds.
what you have signed the book
I
as.
signed the book as Ryan Reynolds.
It is
What?
written.
Oopsie.
Well, okay. Ryan Reynolds, I think in the 90s was doing like the oh God, what was the one he did about the painting, the Holocaust painting?
Oh yeah.
The golden something.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
the
it was
name.
like, he was not a well-known actor.
No,
at
he
the
was a
time.
baby random
Dude.
Canadian.
Yeah, it's like he had been in like I don't even know at this point in the night, maybe nothing, but it was like
Yeah, it's pretty.
you could have
nothing.
written his name down and nobody would think.
I just
Phew.
that's delightful.
Oh my god, but then someone will come by and be like,
Years later,
Ryan Reynolds stayed here. like,
Yeah, it was. It wasn't like Waiting was like 2003.
Yeah.
And then Van Wilder was after that. I think.
Yeah.
Van Wilder.
Yeah. So Cassie's going to just do like a very fancy looking scribble that is completely unreadable.
Okay.
And it definitely looks like a signature.
Sure. And the drone takes its like thumb
Mhm.
and just like prints onto the page, like runs the finger
Yeah.
across the page,
Mhm.
and it prints on there like Riverside, California.
Yeah.
And they close up the book and hand
Perfect.
you guys the key. And now we can take payment now, or you can log in to the Neuroscape and make a payment digitally if you require. I forgot the voice already. Sorry.
you take cash, right?
Absolutely.
All right. How much cash do you have?
Yeah.
I have enough to pay, but
I have 300.
I have 900. I'll pay.
Okay.
$112, you said?
$112, yes.
I mean, I can split it with you.
You pay 12, I'll pay 100. It's fine. You have less than me.
Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah. Okay.
You got the van. Your gas money's coming out of your pocket. So
What?
well, a little bit. I'll help. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Drone is looking back and forth
I
like,
just don't want to.
I've never seen anybody say
I'm
no
gonna
to
be real.
generosity.
I'm gonna be real. I don't want to do math right now.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Um,
$12.
hilariously, Kilo is still holding that knife and is just standing there.
You're just behind us in the thing. Yep.
Kilo is in a horror movie. The rest of you are in whatever this
Ostrich
is.
land.
Yeah.
We're in ostrich land.
That is also a horror movie.
Different horror movie. There's no blimps here right now.
As you guys are going to sleep,
God.
there's just like a shadow of a head that pops
Yeah.
up over the edge of the window
You have to
through
look
the
up
moonlight.
what it looks like when an ostrich finally like wakes up, because it's like it looks like a snake being woken.
Yeah, it's
It's really wrong.
floppy neck, the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh no.
And, all right. So we take our key
Yep.
and we,
Oh, I forgot to ask. Do you need any help with your bags?
I got it.
Oh, very good, very good.
yeah, we're fine. Thank you.
Well, if you need anything, just step right back in here in the lobby, and I'll be happy to reawaken.
Okay.
Thank you.
Rest well, you. Yeah.
Kind of settles back down.
They should program that voice in. And Kilo just turns and walks away.
Yeah, we head to our room.
Yeah.
You get there, open up the cabin. It's clean. It's nice. It's got a queen size bed sort of on one wall in the back of the area, little seating area up front, and then on the opposite wall from the queen size bed, there's a bunk bed
Okay.
there, and there's a little restroom with like a cubicle shower, but not super luxurious, but fine.
Cassie goes and climbs up to the top of the bunk and lays down.
All right. Do you mind if I take the queen bed?
No, I mean, if you didn't want the lower bunk, sure, yeah, that's fine.
I guess I could fit.
What if I take the bed?
No.
Just sitting there all night with a knife.
If I take the...
What if I take the bed? I would all right. I'd prefer to sleep in the larger bed, so I have.
I was thinking about sleeping in the car for security.
Cassie's like kicked off her shoes from the top bunk
Yeah.
and like just kind of like stripped down to her bra and underwear and just kind of like and gets under the covers and is like half asleep.
What a queen.
Yeah. It's like
Nice.
Love this for
Just
her.
tossing it all off the side of
Yeah.
the bunk bed and cozy, like in an actual bed.
Yeah.
Very excited about this.
I mean, if you think it'd be smart for us to have someone in the car, I don't think we need it. You can stand guard. You can stand guard to guard us in the.
Do you need guarding?
Not really.
Are you
but
more valuable
seem,
than a van?
You see, how rude. Okay. You seem very attached to that knife, and
It's been a while since I pulled a weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. You do what you do. You. I start.
It's like I have to leave.
I'm like I can't. I'm done.
Sleep well, Dr. Ronnie.
Thanks.
And then Kilo turns and leaves.
Okay.
Sleep well, Dr. Ronnie.
Ronnie is fully like, this is the worst I've ever felt.
It feels bad.
It feels bad.
There's like slight snoring coming from the top.
Amazing.
I love
Already
Cassie's
I
iconic.
love
She's
Cassie.
just like, nope, I'm done with all this. Good
That was
night. I'm
good.
driven.
Good for
I
Cassie.
ate.
I have a real bed. I'm not sleeping in a car.
The
I'm very
sugar has
excited.
crashed out entirely. The adrenaline has crashed out entirely. Good for her.
Cool. You settle in,
Yeah.
and are you going out to the car?
Can I go out to the van?
Yeah. Okay. You get back in the van, and there's no activity out here, right?
No.
You just hear sounds of crickets and
Perfect.
farmland,
I think
minus fireflies.
when they leave the drone, they kind of like decide how sensitive the like alert is. And is like the highest level of alertness available. And then it's just like, okay, now I'm gonna just actually go to sleep now.
Totally reasonable. I think that's probably a good place to call it for tonight, so we don't get into a whole nother thing right at the end of the game. But yeah. Thanks for joining me
Good
on the
times.
beginning part of this trip.
Yeah.
And like I
Already
said,
crazy.
it's going to take a long time to get places with the
That's
amount
good.
of stuff that I have laid out.
That's great.
But
Very excited.
but yeah. The one thing I want to do before we finish up for real is our improvement roll.
Oh.
Right? At the end of every session, as a group, everyone can discuss if it felt like you followed your dream or your flaw.
I definitely followed my flaw the whole session as hard as I could.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
I think my dream is heal people and myself. I think I followed that.
Sure, I'd agree with that.
Emotional healing with Cassie.
Yeah. I feel like I was more on my flaw this session.
And that's fine
So,
too.
yeah.
As long as you followed one or the other,
Okay.
and you weren't just kind of neutral about it,
Mhm.
you get your improvement.
Yeah.
So with your improvement, you can kind of decide what stat you feel like you might have used the most, or what stat leans into what you were doing the most, and then you roll a die. And if the number you get is higher than your current score, your score goes up by a point.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
If you get equal to or lower, you can pick a new talent from the talent list.
Oh.
Oh, well there
I
we
get
go.
a talent then, because I rolled the same as
I
my...
go up.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Surfing is not on my talent list. No, I'm just kidding.
You can absolutely make it
Well,
a
that's
talent
so
if you'd
funny.
like.
It's not a helpful talent. I can surf. Oh, shit. We're gonna land.
For the sorry, I missed. You just go up one, right? You don't go up.
You don't go up to the new number.
yeah,
You just
that
go
would
up
be
1
wild.
point. Yeah.
That's exactly what I needed. Was more wits. We're in
feel like-
danger now.
Driver, I feel like, is a fair thing to take.
Absolutely,
Okay.
that would be.
Very useful.
And also something we've done a lot
Yeah.
this, so I've practiced.
Yeah. One of the things that you did not uncover about poor Lance is he's a surfer, but he can't go in the ocean because it's polluted and horrible.
Yeah,
now.
no.
Yeah.
The thing
So-
about them having the neurocasters down there, if we weren't so set on being in the van, Kilo was definitely going to be like, so you have all of this, but you don't go in the, okay.
If anybody looked closely to surfboards, they're like latched in on the roof rack.
They're
But-
like Disney props.
But yeah, they
Yeah.
are very not freshly waxed.
Oh, God, they're all cracked.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
just
that's
kind
sad.
of worn and no longer functional as a surfboard, but
Yeah, because he can't get that.
they're just his personality.
Yeah,
So he goes down to the beach in the morning and puts on a helmet and surfs.
that's rough, bud.
Yeah.
My dad actually went to the college in Santa Barbara
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and almost flunked out freshman year because he spent all the time
Surfing, yeah.
like all of it surfing.
My parents used to surf that whole stretch.
Yeah. All right. Amazing. So, okay, were there any weird things about the Reagan Library that I missed, though, or was it just a show?
No,
Okay.
nope.
That was
I was like-
hilarious.
Did I
It was
miss
supposed to be the most mundane of stops.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Like it was just
did
a
it.
thing that was. I didn't even think you guys would pick it up.
Oh,
I honestly thought the reaction was going to be like, "Ew, we're not going there." So I was like, "Oh, okay,
Which
let's
was
go."
the response, and we
Yes,
still went.
and you still went for it for sure. Yeah,
jelly
yeah.
beans. Come on.
Had an awkward conversation about the military.
Yeah. It's worth it.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like that's like the heart of this game is like finding reasons to like be stuck in the car together for weird
Yes.
periods of
Yeah,
time.
no, for sure.
Say
Yeah.
very awkward things to each other.
Yeah.
But cool. Let me do my official words.
Yes.
All of you watching live or later, one of the two, I greatly appreciate. Or those listening later, I also appreciate. I'm so excited about this game because there is so much weirdness along the sides of the road that lend to telling just a fascinating story about people. And that's the thing about this game that excites me the most. So a huge thanks, as always, to James doing chat moderation. You keep things safe and happy in the digital sphere. So thank you for your hard drone work. For that.
Drones are cool.
In the sense of the game.
No, I know. It's fine. It's
Yes,
fine.
yes. And thank you to everybody on Patreon that contributes to the network. The money that keeps the fridge here full and keeps the lights turned on and the internet flowing to this little room so that I don't have to take notes during the game and I can just go watch it again. It's the most useful thing. Pro tip for any burgeoning GM out there, make friends with somebody that wants to stream your game and you never have to take your own notes.
True.
It's
I do that for
awesome.
my home game. I record off everything.
Yep.
I'm a nice person too.
Kimmy's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had that before there was
The only
streaming.
Much nicer than Cassie.
Oh my god.
I mean, I like getting people together too. It's just a little less cult-like.
Significantly. No, oh my god.
I just don't know how to handshake yet, guy. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Thanks to the people on Patreon also because they keep this network an independent source. I am not getting any money from Free League to run this game, even though I would totally accept it if they called. And I
Hey,
would have to
really?
tell Kimi that
Really?
I can't do this game on this network then, which would make me sad. But yeah, I'm not expensive.
Or any of us.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
so
like
funny.
just like
Stick to the script there, cool guy. Come on. Hey, Lance. Like, come on.
Too much Lance.
For sure,
Right,
it is
the
Lance is in my
bongos are
mind.
just drifting around
But
in
no,
there.
for real, we appreciate the support because it does keep the network running and awesome and able to play whatever games we want to play with people that are awesome. It's great. So I personally very much appreciate all of that support. Yeah, let's go around. We started that way earlier, so we'll start on this side this time. For our goodbyes,
all
where can we
right.
find you? All that fun stuff.
Hello again. I am Cody. I use they them pronouns, and you can find me at www.codygonzaga.com. Leave me alone. I'm tired.
I'm having fun.
Cody spelled Kodi and then Gonzaga. Yeah, I got stuff on itch.io. Yeah, that's about it. All right.
That's a good place to go. You
Yeah.
should go to
Yeah.
you should go to
Itch
Cody's
is
Itch.
good.
Hi everyone, I'm Kai. You can find me everywhere as Estella Ladris, committing all kinds of strange crimes and probably holding knives there too. Um, you can find me on Saturday Actually, you can find me tomorrow. I'm skipping ahead in the calendar. You can find me tomorrow over on my channel, where I'll be streaming some Baldur's Gate 3 at Estella Ladris, where I do streaming both just like gaming, casual gaming streaming, but I do a lot of, specifically once a week, do a show called Seems Right, where I talk about costuming and storytelling and the intersection of those, and mostly TTRPGs, but also just like costuming education and storytelling and world building, and it's every subject under the sun where I use my masters for good, maybe. Chaos, yes. And then you can find me on Saturday over at my other home on Transplanter RPG, where we're going to doing a cast Q&A talkback for our third arc, where we spent the entire arc in the Plane of Inferno using the system Court of Blades by a couple of Drakes. It was a really good time. It's a hack of Forged in the Dark. And we hacked it again into Court of Vampires, where we did a vampire game using it. It was such a good time. So we're going to be over there talking about that. And then back here next week, and I think that's everything. Oh, and then I also have a podcast called Lori's House that is out now but rolling ongoing. That is a all new actual play using an all new system forthcoming called The Home We Remember over on Frivolous Bear Studios. From Frivolous Bear Studios, the game. Tender Vicious Studios are the people who actually publish Lori's House. There we go. I'm also a little eepy loopy. And Lori's House is a story about community and the selfless act of self-exploration, where I have the great and esteemed honor of being the original architect, the game master role for that story and that game, where we use time loops and memory and magical realism, and it's a lot of fun, and I love that story. So the 4th episode just dropped, and you can listen to that wherever you get your podcasts. That's plenty for me. There's always more, but
Always more.
all you, Kimmy.
Hi, I'm Kimmy. You can find me here, usually at Happy Jacks. Personally, Golden Lasso Girl on Blue Sky. Pretty much the only thing I check now. But there's other stuff that gets auto-posted other places, I think. You can also, anytime you at happyjacksrpg, it's also me. If you want to find the games that I design, one of them won an Emmy once, so that was exciting. Yay.
It's great. It's a great game.
You can go to goldenlassogames.com, and if you haven't backed my space PBTA found family game, if you love like drama in a small vehicle like this game,
Or a large vehicle.
or a large vehicle, if
But
it's a
in
spaceship.
space.
But in space, then you might like Starscape. And late backing is still open. We actually have gained up. We're almost at 30K now with the late backers. Amazing. So yeah. Also, if you're doing Kickstarter, leave late backers open because it works. I guess. Cool. Yeah. So goldenlassogames.com, and I'm also here every weekend for our advice show. So I give some advice. I don't know if it's good. It's not always good. Sometimes it's funny. Some not always funny. But like other people make it good. So yeah.
Oh, you give great advice.
Amazing advice.
Better than Cassie.
Absolutely.
Cassie is not a great bar. It's a high bar
No.
there.
No, I mean,
I love how that's established, and we're just getting started.
yeah,
Yeah.
not evil.
That's my
no.
job. I'm the one giving really bad advice. Actually, you should not listen to Kilo.
All right. Yeah,
Cool. And as always, I have been Kadave. You can find me back here next Tuesday to start episode 2 of this game, where we'll see what's up with ostriches.
Yes.
Cool, horrifying.
And maybe Solvang, which could be far worse
Oh
or better.
God,
I don't
Solvang
know.
could be really scary.
God.
And full of delicious baked goods.
Oh,
But I will get back to actually streaming on my own Twitch channel at CA Sith Lord. I'm kind of up in the air about what game comes next. I'm still doing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's been a while because I just got off the ultimate time suck of my life that is Renaissance Pleasure Fair. And that's done for the year. So now I have time to start thinking about being a person and doing person things
I don't know about that.
again. So you will see me appear. I'm still hammering out exactly when. Because I was doing it on Tuesday nights, but now I'm here. So we'll catch you next time. Thanks again.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.